It's game time on 1112 BISN with live game coverage.
Edge is set. They do set the edge, and he's going to be taken down for a loss.
On your computer or mobile device, anywhere in the world. Expert play-by-play by Steve McDonald.
He's in for the touchdown.
Intriguing color analyst Alan Cummings.
South weathered that storm in the first minute, and now.
Are you ready? Sit back and enjoy the game, brought to you by the Bison. 1112 BISN, your Bison network.
Well, good evening, fans, and welcome to D-Ty Stadium here on the campus of Laramie High School in Laramie, Wyoming, as we bring you high school football, a roadie by 1112 BISN. Steve McDonald and Alan Cummings, we jumped over the hill and are here to bring you your South High Bison facing off against the number 5 Laramie Plainsmen right here in the Gem City, scenic Laramie, Wyoming.
Well, I tell you what, and it was a nice cold drive up here.
Yeah, saw the first snowflakes I've seen this year. Mark it down, October 5th, 2018. Of course, when we got on top of the hill, the snow was flying, but we're back down into Laramie. Chilly night. The sun's starting to come out, but it is a picturesque view here. A 3-year-old stadium, a real nice stadium here, and we're proud to be here in the janitor's closet that they call the visiting radio press booth. But,
hey, I want to, real quick, I do want to give a quick shout out to the Albany County Tech Department, though, hooking us up, getting us firewall access to be able to bring this stream to you today here on YouTube Live with 1112 BISN. So big shout out to the Albany County IT Department. Thank you so much.
Yeah, we thank them for all their work. You are listening to the S&J Signs Pregame show, and let's get right into it. Football on a Friday night in South. The 1-5 South High Bison are taking on the 3-3 Laramie Plainsmen. Laramie, of course, as mentioned, is the number 5 team in the state at this time, and you know, a tale of kind of two different teams. South struggling a little bit. They had a road victory 2 weeks ago, got things kind of rolling in their direction. Came home and played Sheridan. We're kind of excited about the progress that had been making. Then they took a little bit of a step back last week as Sheridan jumped out to a huge halftime lead and hung on for a big victory there. Laramie, on the other hand, has won 3 games this year, and they're sitting pretty good in that number 5 spot. And this is homecoming for them tonight, senior night. It looks like the last home game they'll play on this field. And so we'll just see if South can regain some of that momentum that they picked up on the road a couple weeks ago against Rock Springs. This is a game that South should be able to stay in, and a game that South should have a chance to compete and maybe even pull a road victory here tonight, Alan.
You know, and that's going to be key, Steve, is they're going to have to get back to the things that really worked for them. Deception, Steve. Deception is going to be key for South to be able to do something against Laramie. For some reason, us and Laramie, you know, we are traveling partners in terms of all the other sports other than football, obviously. So whenever we play Laramie, there's kind of like that little rivalry that we have with them. So they're really going to have to do something. They're going to have to establish a good foundation on offense. They're going to have to make sure that they're getting first downs. They have to prolong drives. Last week against Sheridan, Steve, as you know, we didn't get our initial first down until the second half of the game. And so because of that, we were never able to get a flow going. So they've got to do that against this Laramie team, and this Laramie team is susceptible to do that against. So,
and this Laramie team on the other side of things, they're kind of a ground and pound team. They're a running team. They'll use the single back, and they'll be in the shotgun the whole game. They'll spread the field way out. But if you look at their statistics, their yards are heavily favored toward the run game. They only pass for about 75 yards a game, but they have 2 of the 3 top rushers in the state of Wyoming, and their quarterback, Jason Upton, and their running back, Baxter Tuggle. Those are number 3 and number 5 respectively in the state in rushing. So South's defense is going to have to step up and stop this potent Laramie rushing attack.
And you know, Laramie's rushing attack is 3rd overall in the state, averaging 201 yards. You know, 200.5 yards per game. South's rush defense not really that good this year, so they're going to have to play disciplined football, Steve. And the only way to do that is to make sure you play assignment football. Know your assignment. Don't break that assignment. Let the other 10 guys on the field do their assignment, and then hopefully they can kind of shut this offense down. Central was up 19-0 against Laramie, Steve. 19-0 here and end up blowing a 19-point lead in the second half and lose 21-19. So Laramie has that potential to break out and do something. We cannot let them do that tonight.
Yeah, and you must have been reading my mind, because that was the next point I was going to make, is if you're looking for something on the positive for South, that is the fact that the Central Indians came over here, jumped up big on Laramie, had a big halftime lead. And so, if South can do the same thing and maybe hang on down the stretch, things could be a little bit different. But we're excited. We've got a great night of football for you. Beautiful stadium, as we mentioned. Two good football teams, kind of a rivalry created by the WHSAA, and we're excited to bring it your way. We've got a ton to go through tonight. We're going to further analyze both these teams. We're going to take a look around the state. It is kind of rivalry weekend in 4A with some of the football matchups. One of the key ones some folks in town will be interested in is the East Central game, of course, is tonight as well. So we're going to cover what's going on around the state. We're going to take a further look into this game, and we're going to bring it all to you tonight. You're listening right now to the S&J Signs Pregame Show. We're going to step away and give some of our sponsors some love. So Stephen Allen getting ready to bring it your way here on 1112 BISN.
Your Bison Network.
Car insurance is critical. That's why American National provides clients with reliable, consistent service. Robert Martinez has first-hand knowledge of the concerns collector car and truck owners face, and American National has created a policy with the coverage and enhancements you need to protect your valuable investment. Call Robert Martinez with American National Insurance at 307-514-5003 or visit his office at 2005 Central Avenue in Cheyenne.
Welcome to the historic Round Top Mountain Motel and Cabins. Located in scenic Thermopolis, Wyoming, it is within walking distance access to the Hot Springs State Park, as well as world-class fishing, motorcycling, golfing, rodeo grounds, and downtown shopping and restaurants. A Wyoming family-owned and operated motel for travelers, offers seasonal rates for nightly, weekly, and monthly rentals. Senior, military, and government discounts are also available. Stay at the Round Top Mountain Motel and Cabins on your next visit to Thermopolis, Wyoming. Make your reservation by calling 307-421-7520 and tell them 1112 BISN sent you.
Bookkeeping is like a puzzle. Do you know where to put all the pieces? Pena Business Services does, and they can help. Realizing your company is like its own unique puzzle, it's their goal to show you how your company is reaching its goals on a weekly, monthly, or quarterly basis, offering bookkeeping, payroll, and tax services that are tailored to fit your business. At Pena Business Services, they can help allow you to focus on your business and effectively serve your customers. Set up your free consultation now by calling 307-369-2708. Pena Business Services, solving your bookkeeping puzzle one piece at a time.
We're back here live on the S&J Signs Pregame Show here from D-Ty Stadium in Laramie, Wyoming. It is the South High Bison coming across the hill to take on the number 5 Laramie Plainsmen on senior night and homecoming night here in Laramie. And fans, if you like those commercials you just saw, you can have one of those for your very own business right here on 1112 BISN. Just call Alan, 287-3205. He'll put together a package for you, and we can highlight your business and help you jump further ahead in the business world.
Yeah, and if you're afraid to call us at first, give us an email. Shoot us an email at bisnwbm@gmail.com. That's once again bisnwbm@gmail.com. We can do video commercial. We can go in and take a bunch of photos and throw that into a video commercial for you. We can create the script, produce the script, and everything, all for you here on 1112 BISN, brought to you by Bison Web and Media.
And we don't like to toot our own horn, but we think we have a fine, video broadcast here, and welcome new sponsors all the time to help us keep improving and moving the show out onto the road. So, getting into the football part of things, again, South to take on number 5 Laramie here late in the season. There's 3 games left and still some playoff seeding and juggling to go around. South's kind of in a situation now where they're going to need to get a couple of wins down the stretch here if they hope to make the playoffs. The first part of the schedule, as we've talked about numerous times, set up brutally for South as they had number 1 Natrona right off the bat, number 2 Thunder Basin right after that, number 3 East was a couple of weeks later. So out of their first 6 games, they've played all the heavyweights in the state. Now things set up a bit more favorably. Laramie, of course, is number 5, no slouch. This is going to be a tough one tonight. And then South has Gillette and Central to finish it up. And right now with Kelly Walsh and Central and Gillette and South, they all have two or fewer wins. So these last 3 games are going to determine that 7 and 8 seed going into the playoffs.
Yeah, the home stretch of the season is really big for South. Laramie, even though it's not official, they've pretty much wrapped up. They're guaranteed a playoff seed, because they've beaten Central. I think they beat Gillette, so there's no way they can finish in the bottom 2 unless Central finishes above them, obviously.
Right.
But they pretty much wrapped up a playoff spot. I don't want to say it's official, but it's pretty close. So South, if they win here, that pushes us to 2 and 4 in a tie with Kelly Walsh and Central record-wise, and that's where it gets tricky because Kelly Walsh beat us. And then Central beat Kelly Walsh. Why couldn't we play Kelly Walsh after that running back got? I hope he's doing all right, but man, that running back was such a key factor to Kelly Walsh, and they're not the same team ever since he got injured. You know what? We've got Campbell County next weekend, and you can never discount that team. They got a lot of history on there. They're 0-6, haven't won in 2 years, but you know what? You never know what happens. Then it sets up the big showdown last week of the season, homecoming week for South, which will be the game against Central.
Yeah, so a lot still to play for here as we come down toward the end of this season. South hopefully looking for their second playoff berth in school history, and it'll be all determined on the field. And as we talked about, Laramie on the other side of things, they're kind of trying to see if, they've got a possibility to host a playoff game. It's not likely because East Natrona, Thunder Basin, and Sheridan, they're the 4 heavyweights. They're probably going to be the top 4 seeds. But again, Laramie with a lot to play for here on senior night as well. And when you look at this Laramie Plainsmen football team, again, they're going to spread it out. They're going to run 4 wide with a single back. But as we mentioned before, they're a team that runs the ball at about a 200-yard per game clip. They're number 3 in the state in rushing the football. On the converse side of that, they only throw the ball for about 75 yards per game. So an offense that will spread you out, but they will run it, and they've got some talent, and that's going to be a big test for South's defense.
Well, and that's the name of the game. When you have speed like Laramie has, or you have the type of runners that Laramie has, their goal, as well as the goal of many of the other schools here in the 4A conference, is to spread the teams out and let their speed beat these players one-on-one. And so it's going to be up to South. They've struggled against some of these spread offenses. They did good against Rock Springs, who likes to bunch things up, run things up, and and that's all they do is run. So you really don't have to defend the pass against Rock Springs. To where Laramie, they still have that little bit of passing they can do on you. So South has really got to be they've got to play solid defense because Laramie can bust it, and 1 or 2 busted plays, and we've seen it happen here with South, is they play solid defense for most of a series, and they give up that one big play, and then they get down on themselves, and it takes them a few minutes before they finally recover from that.
And on the other side, South's offense could really help themselves by sustaining drives. We talked about it last week against Sheridan. They were 3 and out, constantly just putting that defense back on the field. If South can sustain some drives, keep that Laramie offense on the sideline, and then, like Alan says, when Laramie does get on the field, don't give up the big plays. That's going to be kind of the recipe for success for South to stay in this game. And as in all these road games and stuff, and all, the longer you stay in the game, the more pressure you put on the other team, the better chances you have down the stretch. South does not want to get in a hole. They're not an offense that's built to come back from a hole. So what they want to do is they want to try to keep things even keel, sustain some drives on offense, and keep Laramie at bay. And the key to them sustaining drives on offense is to continue to mix it up. I think South really found a little something in Rock Springs. They started to mix that thing up a little bit and had a little bit more success sustaining drives. So if South can mix and match, they can stay in that double wing formation. They can use the fullback. They can use the wing backs, but they need to rotate and mix up their play calling.
That's the huge thing, is we've got to keep Laramie's defense off balance. If we can do that, Steve, we've got the playmakers to do it. We've got the running backs like Alex Soto, Hanson whenever he gets in a defense. If Braden Hughes plays tonight, we've got the speed with Braden Hughes to be able to break something, but we've got to keep them off balance. If you don't keep a team off balance and you start becoming predictable, it's going to be really hard to sustain that offense. That's the basics of any level of football. You've got to be able to keep the opposing defense off balance, because being the offense, you know what you're running. They don't know what you're running. But if you start giving up and not giving up, but you start giving up what you're going to be running, then it's going to be really hard to sustain that. Sheridan had us pegged. Credit Sheridan. First of all, they're one of the top 4 teams in the state, and they really showed it last week. But they've got to be able to keep Laramie off balance, sustain drives, because our offense is not really meant for that big play explosion. If you could do that, then maybe you keep Laramie's offense off balance because of that.
And one of the big pieces of news out of the South camp this week is the fact that senior Trey Trimble's taken over the reins at the quarterback for the offense. Sophomore Cade Burns will be in a support role now. And so Trey Trimble's been given the keys to the bus, and hopefully he can drive this offense tonight.
And it's going to be interesting to see how that's going to turn out. Cade Burns, one thing about Cade Burns is he's that triple threat quarterback. He can throw the ball with accuracy. He can run the ball really well, and he's fast. He's deceptively fast because he's got those long legs, to where Trey Trimble is more of that pound you up the middle. He can throw the ball as well. I probably would not say he's as accurate as Cade Burns. One thing that the Cade stats don't show, Steve, is the amount of dropped passes he's had this year. He's had more dropped passes this year than I can recall in a while. And maybe, maybe they just change the quarterback to see if that can give a little more oomph, a little more electricity to the offense. Sometimes when changes like these are made, they're made to jumpstart the offense. So we'll have to see how it goes. Trey Trimble's a heck of an athlete. And the one thing that's different between him and Cade is he's a hard tackle. Right. So when he takes that draw, he might not have the speed to get out like Burns does, but it's going to take 2 or 3 guys to get him down when he gets going. So.
And senior leadership might have been a key piece to that decision making as well. Maybe they wanted to have the senior leadership kind of in the huddle as well. We don't know the exact ins and outs, but we know that Trey Trimble's very capable. He played most of the game at Rock Springs and kind of led them to that victory after Cade suffered an early injury. And the thing we hope more than anything else, Cade Burns is such a gifted athlete, and he's got such a bright future ahead of him. So hopefully he could take this in stride, stay with the program, and be ready to come in and contribute, because he's definitely going to contribute to this team the rest of the way, whether he's starting or not.
Yeah, and that's exactly it. This is his first year starting. This was his first year starting, and I'm gonna throw back to the actually highest rated quarterback we've had in our program, Austin Barker. When Austin Barker was thrust into the starting role as a sophomore, and he has all the passing records at Cheyenne South, and the one thing that Austin Barker can do, if you all remember when he played, is that kid could throw the ball. He was a lefty that threw the ball with pinpoint accuracy, didn't have the speed as Burns, but the one thing that Burns and him have in common is they could both throw the ball. But he came in his sophomore year that year, and he struggled. He did. I'm not saying that Burns really struggled, but I think, the speed of the game is so much different at the varsity level. And I just like to throw that as an example. Throwing a sophomore into a varsity lineup's not the easiest thing you can do. And Burns, as gifted of an athlete as he is, when with this type of offense, it's kind of hard to really get that flow going. So hopefully he learns from this and comes back next year and is even better than what he was. I remember that big jump that Austin Barker had from his sophomore to junior year. It was night and day. And we ended up throwing the ball more his junior year than we did his sophomore year because he felt more comfortable with the speed of the game.
I couldn't agree more. So we've got a lot more to cover on the S&J Signs pregame show. We're going to take a look around at some of the other matchups in the state. We're going to step away for a commercial break. Before we do, though, we want to let everybody know, from the 1112 BISN family to the Union Pacific family and the families affected, there was a terrible train wreck 18 miles west of Cheyenne. We had the unfortunate I'm kind of lost for words, but we drove by that thing on the way over here. It's a kind of a gruesome spectacle. We know there was a fatality, at least one, possibly more, and we just want to know that everybody know that our thoughts and prayers go out to everybody affected by that from 1112 BISN. So let's take this commercial break here on 1112 BISN.
Your Bison Network.
Motel and Cabins in Thermopolis offers free high-speed internet, air conditioning, cable TV, and rustic cabins and large motel rooms to fit you and your family's needs. Located within walking distance of the Hot Springs State Park, downtown shopping and restaurants, why would you want to stay anywhere else for your next trip to Thermopolis? Wyoming owned and operated, the Round Top Mountain Motel and Cabins will make you feel like home during your stay. Make your reservation now by calling 307-421-7520. the Round Top Mountain Motel and Cabins in Thermopolis, a lot of Wyoming at a very competitive price.
It's much more affordable than you realize to protect your family with the Robert Martinez Agency. Having life insurance will protect you and your loved ones and help ensure the future. As a trusted advisor, Robert Martinez will guide you through the wide range of life insurance plans and their fantastic benefits to find an affordable plan with the right coverages. Working to guide and secure your future. Robert Martinez Agency, 20th and Central in downtown Cheyenne. Call for a no-obligation consultation and quote at 307-514-5003.
Pena Business Services, providing bookkeeping, payroll, tax, and notary services since 2007. At Pena Business Services, they help small to medium-sized companies and nonprofits for all your bookkeeping, payroll, and tax needs. They also help individuals with their tax preparations, helping manage your day-to-day accounting with services provided on a schedule that fits your budget. Their goal is providing business owners like you peace of mind on your bookkeeping, payroll, and tax concerns so you can focus on your business. Bookkeeping is like a puzzle. Do you know where to put all of the pieces? Give Pena Business Services a call at 307-369-2708 to set up a free consultation.
This broadcast is being brought to you by the BISN, 1112 BISN, your Bison Network.
Back here live on the S&J Signs Pregame show as we await the start of your South High Bison taking on the number 5 Laramie Plainsmen. We are right now in the pregame ceremony where they're going through senior night here. There's a gentleman down on the track with a microphone, and it seems that they're interviewing every single senior on the Laramie team here. So we don't know if we're going to get this game kicked off on time or not. They're putting on quite a production here. They do have a large number of seniors on this team, over 15 or better that I'm counting right here. And like I say, they're going down the line to every single one of them and interviewing and letting them talk their folks up on the mic. Pretty cool, but like I say, I don't know how close we'll get this game to start on time or not. At this time, though, let's go ahead and take a look around the state. One of the kind of neater weekends in the 4A for high school football, it's a rivalry weekend, if you will, where they, in the past there was all these natural, true rivalries before South came in and before Thunder Basin came in. You had the Cheyenne rivalry, the Capital Bowl. That's going on tonight. That's East and Central. It's number 3 East playing at Central in a game over there that, in years when East has been really good and Central hasn't been, they still play tough games. Central's won some of those, vice versa. So that's a tough game. The Energy Bowl, I believe, is what they call it up in Sheridan, and that's the one where Sheridan and Gillette played each other for years, and they were always two of the best teams in state, so that was always one of the highlights of the year. Of course, Gillette is down this year, but they are playing Sheridan tonight in that little rivalry. Then the Oil Bowl, I believe, is what they call it up in Casper. You have the Natrona County Mustangs taking on the Kelly Walsh Trojans in that cross-city battle. And then kind of the wanky one is Thunder Basin and Rock Springs. No natural rivalry there at all.
But what would they call that one?
I don't know.
I don't even know what ours is called.
and of course, South, when South, of course, came into being, they kind of matched up naturally with Laramie. So this is kind of supposed to be their man-made rivalry here by the WHSAA. But that's what's going on around the state. Interesting note, it's the first week in the state where no ranked teams are playing each other. In other words, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5 are all playing unranked opponents this week. So if it goes chalk, the top 5 teams win. We want South to kind of upset that chalk balance, maybe knock off number 5 Laramie. And again, there's a reason you play the games. Rock Springs and Thunder Basin, there's a chance for some interesting stuff there. Of course, Central and East and Natrona and Kelly Walsh. So we'll kind of keep you updated as we go. But what do you think about this week's matchups, Alan?
There's some interesting matchups because there's upsets to be had. And that's all. Am I going to say Rock Springs is going to beat Thunder Basin? No. But it's possible. You never know. Natrona and Kelly Walsh, I don't know if that running back is out for the season or if he's was just injured for a certain amount of time. Mm-hmm. But Natrona, their one loss to Cheyenne East, nobody expected that to happen.
Right.
You know, Natrona came to Cheyenne, and I think, in my opinion, took Cheyenne East lightly and ended up leaving Cheyenne with a loss. And you never know what can happen there. Kelly Walsh and Natrona, those can be some big games there. Campbell County at Sheridan, no big surprise what's going to happen there. You know, I'm not trying to bag on the Camels, but Sheridan's a really good team. So, and like you said, Campbell County's not the same school, mainly because of the split. And I hate to say it, they're kind of feeling the pain that Cheyenne South is still feeling to this day.
Yep.
So I want to give a shout out to all of our listeners. Make sure if you're watching on YouTube, there's a chat feature. If you're on your mobile device, the chat feature can be found at the very bottom of your screen. If the chat feature is missing, if you could see on your little description where there's a thumbs up, thumbs down, it might say share, there's an option that says live chat. You can click on that, see everybody that's chatting. Let us know where you're watching from, who you're watching for. If you're watching for an individual player, let us know. We'll give them a shout out, give you a shout out. I want to give a shout out to Mr. Crater, one of our fantasy football gurus.
Adrian, baby.
Adrian's watching. I don't know who Hilo Boy is, but thank you for watching. And, of course, Coach Smitty himself.
Hurry.
Smith.
Yeah.
Watching. One of the coaches at Johnson Junior High School, and doesn't look like he made the trip. But if you look across the way, it looks like we have some South fans that did show up for the game, which is good. It's really brisk and cold here in Laramie. 37 degrees right now in Laramie, Wyoming. There were showers earlier. Like we said, we drove through the snowstorm of the year, the snowstorm of the century in the summit to get here. Let's go ahead and
3 or 4 flakes.
Kickoff was slated to start at 6 o'clock, but because of the 150 seniors that were on Laramie's roster,
getting 5-minute interviews each.
We might be getting about a 6:15 kickoff. Kickoff temperature was supposed to be 38 with north-northwest winds at 14 miles an hour. So by the end of the game, it's going to be 33 degrees with a 15% chance of precipitation, Steve.
Wow. So hit us up on that chat feature. You know, Coach V-Hill over at Johnson, Phil the Real Deal V-Hill, who we feature on our home games, threatened to kind of work us over on the chat feature tonight. So that's kind of fun for us to see who's watching, to be able to shout back at you and, you know, give kids a little notice. We do have a lot of families that tune in. Coach Gallus' family, of course, we want to shout out to you guys for tuning in. You know, Trey Trimble has family in Arizona that we'd like to shout out to. They listen in. And, you know, we find that folks around the state kind of enjoy listening to the broadcast as well if we come on at a time that they're not particularly watching their game. So thank you to everybody for listening.
Yep, exactly. And you know what? I'm going to say this right now. I'm going to say it confidently. We have the best live stream in the state of Wyoming. I mean, we took us 7 years. But you know what? We have the highest quality, best produced live stream in the state of Wyoming, and we're doing this for the fans' enjoyments. So please let us know where you're watching from. We'd love to give you a shout out. And while you're on YouTube, you should see a red subscribe button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and subscribe to our channel. It's free. Just so if you get a little worried, this is just like liking a Facebook page. Only difference is you're subscribing to a TV channel pretty much on YouTube, which is 1112 BISN. Let us know you're there. Subscribe to us. We'd appreciate all the subscriptions we can get from you guys to let us know you're watching.
And we have a Krista Hughes sighting. Our resident photographer.
One of the volunteer photographers for 1112 BISN.
Steps into the press booth, press box to warm up. And as we've talked many times about this press box, there ain't much room for anybody else if it's just us three, because this thing is tiny. Me and Alan will be calling a lot of the game out of the I formation. Because I'm going to actually have to literally get behind him and stand behind him.
I'm going to switch just so you know. You guys are all going to see it. Okay, so now you can all see it. So here's our camera. The blurry camera. There's the field. Okay, it's angled at like a 30-degree angle, so I'm going to angle it. And then here's the quick 360. You're going to catch Steve dancing. There's our volunteer photographer, Krista. Me. And then there's the wall. But, of course, everybody wants to see me, right?
And then when they're going into the north end, I'm going to have to be calling the game like this. So this is me and Alan in the I formation.
We're going to recreate the photo we did 2 years ago.
Wait, I was like this, wasn't
I? How was that? So here's your 11-12 BISN crew. Chris has been the one taking the pictures for our football this year. We really appreciate you. Thank you so much. So once again, here's where the magic happens here in the press box at Laramie High School. Want to give a shout out once again to the Albany County Tech Department, Albany County School District Tech Department. Thank you so much for making sure that YouTube was available for us up here and letting our live stream go all over the world, as we do have people all over the world who watch us. And we are the envy of many stations here in Wyoming. We cannot win awards because we're officially not broadcasters. I'm just going to throw that out there. So we cannot win awards because we're officially not broadcasters, but we do have the best live stream in the state of Wyoming.
So the teams are starting to take the field. Let's take one last quick timeout. You've listened to the S&J Signs Pregame Show. When we come back, it's Friday Night Football on 1112 BISN.
Your Bison Network.
Choosing the right collector car insurance is critical. That's why American National provides clients with reliable, consistent service. Robert Martinez has first-hand knowledge of the concerns collector car and truck owners face, and American National has created a policy with the coverage and enhancements you need to protect your valuable investment. Call Robert Martinez with American National Insurance at 307-514-5003 or visit his office at 2005 Central Avenue in Cheyenne. Welcome to the historic Round Top Mountain Motel and Cabins. Located in scenic Thermopolis, Wyoming, it is within walking distance access to the Hot Springs State Park, as well as world-class fishing, motorcycling, golfing, rodeo grounds, and downtown shopping and restaurants. A Wyoming family-owned and operated motel for travelers, offers seasonal rates for nightly, weekly, and monthly rentals. Senior, military, and government discounts are also available. Stay at the Round Top Mountain Motel and Cabins on your next visit to Thermopolis, Wyoming. Make your reservation by calling 307-421-7520 and tell them 1112 BISN sent you.
Bookkeeping is like a puzzle. Do you know where to put all the pieces? Pena Business Services does, and they can help. Realizing your company is like its own unique puzzle, it's their goal to show you how your company is.
Okay, we're back live here on the S&J Signs Pregame Show. If you look across the way, that's your South High Bison in their road uniforms.
And I'll tell you what, Laramie's got a great intro. They do that emergency broadcast system. For those of you who didn't hear it because we were in our amazing commercial breaks, showing some love to our people that we've done commercials for. But they do the Purge. They do the Purge one, so that was pretty cool. But I want to give a shout-out to Shay Foster, who's watching from Virginia Beach.
Wow.
Watching his old high school of Laramie High School. Thank you for tuning in, Shay. We will try to do everybody justice. We do want to warn you, Shay, right off the bat, we are very, very, very biased to the Bison, but we will show Laramie love as well.
We're homers.
But thank you, Shay, for tuning in. We appreciate it. Make sure you share this link with all the people that you went to school with so they can tune in as well. Coach Smitty, you're right. It is a very eye-tight formation. We almost did a power eye formation.
Because Krista was in here.
It was power eye.
Yeah, we should have had a power back in that formation.
The game is really quickly about to begin. I don't even have everything all ready to go yet.
So you'll see your South High Bison across the way in their road uniforms, the black helmets, the black pants, the white jerseys, and the black numerals. That's your South High Bison. Of course, Laramie has their home uniforms on. They are burgundy pants, burgundy jerseys with white numerals and white helmets, and both teams getting their final warm-ups in. And, Al, let's go to your keys to the game, to what South needs to do to be successful tonight.
I kind of already talked about it earlier during the S&J Science pregame show, Steve. The key to the game for South is offensively, they've got to keep the ball moving. They've got to find some continuity offensively to make sure that that everything is going full speed for them. You know, if they can get, one thing we found is when they can get their offense going, they tend to be able to move the ball quite a bit. Defensively, contain this Laramie offense, and that's a lot easier said than it is done. Laramie's the third leading rushing team in the state in the 4A conference, but you've got to play disciplined football. And number 3, you know what? You've got 3 games left in the season. Just go out there and have fun. Go out there, play the game of football like it was meant to be played, and heck, leave it all on the field. Win or lose, leave it on the field.
Man, there's nothing to lose at this point for the South High Bison. They're going to have to get a W or two if they want to try to add a 10th game to their schedule and get into the 4A playoffs for only the second time in history. So, yeah, be loose, have fun. We understand they were hit by a little bit of the sickness bug this week, so some guys missed practice. But Coach Gallus said in the paper today that this is going to be a real test. They're going to find out a lot about themselves tonight. And I know it's the 7th game of the season, but it's time to find out, to step up, and to try to close this thing out with a bang. So I think we're ready now for the national anthem.
So you might, on occasion, whenever we're doing our broadcasts, you might see part of the window frame in the picture. We're doing our best to prevent that from happening, but with how the windows are angled, kind of reminds me of Kelly Walsh Stadium, except they don't have the big pillars in front of the windows, if you remember that. So beautiful stadium here at Laramie High School. I'll tell you what, this is probably one of my most favorite stadiums, honestly, built into the little hill here. Oop.
Here's the national anthem. That's the Laramie Plainsmen Marching Band performing
great rendition of the national
anthem for you.
I'll tell you what, I got to give them credit. It's probably harder than heck to play with gloves on as well in this cold weather. But I want to give a shout out to one of our sponsors really quick. We're going to do a quick sponsor shout out to one of our newest sponsor, Physical Therapy and Balance Centers, 2 locations in Wyoming, at least southeast Wyoming. One, of course, in South Cheyenne, and then one in Pine Bluff. Give them a call for physical therapy and balance, making them when they're loving your life. Want you to live to love your life.
Love your life, baby. Love it, love it. That's the other game we forgot to mention. The other rivalry going on tonight, the Laramie County rivalry, Pine Bluff and Burns. I believe that's at Burns High School tonight. So a lot of football going around the state. We're going to try to keep you updated as this one is just about to get underway. I think they're going to announce the starting lineups.
So I do want to let all you know, because we are the road team, we're not going to be keeping stats for Laramie. I'll try my best to keep stats for Laramie, but we'll try our best to keep stats for South. But this is the time that Steve and I get to be our most comfortable.
Yeah.
And
we've got the drive chart ready, so we'll be able to kind of keep you up to date on, what kind of drives they're putting together, lengthwise, time-wise, and stuff like that. And it doesn't look like Laramie's going to announce individual starters. They just announced the team. They'll run onto the field.
Want to give a quick score update on the 11-12 BISN scoreboard. Colorado Rockies lost game 2, 4-0, and now trail the Brewers 2-0 in their best-of-5 National League Division Series game. Game 3 will be Sunday at 2:37 in Denver, so that is a must-win game. Weather right now in Laramie warmed up a degree since the last time I mentioned it. It is 38 degrees. It is nice and brisk. Thankfully, the wind isn't really noticeable, so it's going to be a cold game, and it's only going to get colder as the game goes on. But you know what? The press box has heat.
Oh, we got a nice heater in this baby, heating us up. So we're ready to get underway. We didn't see what went on when they tossed the coin before the game, so not quite sure who's coming out which way, but both teams are huddled up. I'm going to grab the knocks here.
Well, whoever's kicking is going to be kicking from north to south.
Looks like South will be kicking off to Laramie first. Laramie sending some deep backs back to receive. It looks like number 15 will go back for Laramie. That's Matthew Smith, a 6'2 senior. He'll be joined by number 25, Coulter Nunn. So Nunn and Smith back for the Plainsmen. Pedro Silva will do the kicking for South. And we're about ready to get underway here, folks. Thanks for listening to the S&J Signs pregame show. S&J Signs Traffic Control, keeping you safe in Cheyenne on those roads.
Exactly.
For a bunch of years. Coolest guys we know.
Our longest running sponsors.
One of the reasons you have the quality broadcast you do is because of the sponsorship of S&J Signs.
And you know what? After tonight's broadcast, Steve, we are literally 10 broadcasts away from our 200th broadcast of our careers.
That's killer. Silva's going to put the foot to it, and it'll be taken by Smith at about the 6-yard line. Smith has a lane, and first play of the game. What do you know? He's going to go 94 yards into the end zone. Don't see a hanky, and man, if that don't beat all. Holy cow.
What number is he?
15.
Man, that's what I said about big plays.
Jiminy Christmas.
Didn't want that to happen. Did not want that to happen at all.
So we're going to get in the I formation. Laramie's going to set up for the extra point. Number 22 does the kicking for him. They're running an offensive lineman on the field late. That could be demoralizing. Now South's really going to be pressured to come out, put something together on offense. Kick is up, and it is good. And let's just keep it right here, folks. All of 16 seconds it took for that kickoff to go to the end zone, and 11:44 to go in the first quarter. 7-0. Laramie.
Well, the one thing I didn't mention in my pregame, in the S&J Signs pregame show, is South's going to have to weather the storm. It's the final home game of the season for Laramie. It was their senior night. It's homecoming week for Laramie, and you know what? For them to do that, that just gives them more momentum to build. So South's got to weather this. They've got to reply back. I'm not saying score. I mean, don't get me wrong. It'd be nice to score a kickoff return right here to answer back, but they've got to do something offensively when they get the ball.
I think you're right. It's not a must-score drive even so much as it is you need to have more than 3 plays. You need to have a multi-play drive and kind of get settled back into the game. So let's see how they respond to that first big haymaker.
So this kickoff return is going to be brought to you by Richardson Construction in Cheyenne.
Dominic Dominguez and Kari Wright are deep for South. So Laramie has it teed up. They'll put the boot to it, and it looks like Dominguez will have the opportunity from the 8. Dominic has a little bit of a seam, tries to break outside and gets to about the 26-yard line. So give him about 18 on the return, and it'll be 1st and 10 South.
I'll tell you what, this Shea Turner is watching really well because it's right. It looked like South set up for a kickoff one direction, and he took it the other way. There was not a containment on that weak side, and he took it down for the touchdown.
So South will take over their first drive. Trey Trimble will be the signal caller. They come out double wing. Soto, the fullback. First play of the game will be Soto. Alex has some yards, positive yards. Let's see, they're going to mark him up to the 29-yard line.
Nice 3-yard gain.
So a 3-yard gain for Soto on first down.
So for those of you who've been watching all season or have been following South football, Soto is wearing number 35 for tonight's road game because somebody took his number 2 jersey after the Rock Springs game. So he'll be number 35 just for tonight.
So 2nd down and 7. Again, the double wing. And a flag's going to be thrown there.
They're going to say false start on South, first penalty of the game.
And the referee's talking to one of the backs, so it looks like Garcia may not have been set.
Oh, they moved it out. No, they called it defense. Oh, did they? Yeah.
Oh, well, hell. I mean, heck.
As I spilled my coffee.
34. So it'll still stay second down, but it's now 2nd and 2 from the 29.
How many drive charts do you have over there?
A bunch, 2.
Okay.
Fake. Oh, there's a big hole there. Soto cross midfield into Laramie territory, all the way down to the Laramie 46-yard line.
So from the 35, that's 15.
From 34.
34.
So 16 and 4 is 18 on the carry.
I'm good at math, fans. I just not a fast adder like that.
So nice run up the middle by Soto there, and South did just what we hoped they would do. They're putting a little bit of a drive together here into Laramie territory, starting at the Plainsmen 46.
I want to give a shout-out to Open Mic Broadcast Network. I got to talk to him last week. He's watching. There's a big
Trimble,
run for
big
Trimble.
roll. He fakes the give. He's still on his feet, and the ball's loose.
I think so.
Trimble fumbled it, and I think Laramie has it.
Yep. How many yards? How many yards did he go before that?
20 to the 23. Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
So big hole there. He faked the give, ran the quarterback option, and now Laramie's going to start on their 23-yard line.
But once again, Open Mic Broadcast Network, I got to talk to them. He last Sunday, great gentleman. He does a little podcast on YouTube. Thank you for watching. We appreciate your support. South just, that was such a great run, and then they turn it over right there.
So Upton and Tuggle in the backfield for Laramie. It'll be Tuggle on the first play. Big hole, 30. And all the way out to the, let's see where they mark him down, 37-yard line.
First down.
14 on the carry. Tackle by Dominguez on that play.
Is that number 15?
Who? That ran it?
Tuggle's 27.
27.
How many yards was that?
14 yards. Again, Upton and Tuggle in the backfield. 2 receivers split each side. Upton. Again, Tuggle up the middle. This time South. The ball's loose, but the referee had blown the whistle. So let's see what happens here. They're going to say he was down. South pile him up nicely. Looks like they're going to give him a yard out to the 38-yard line. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9 for Laramie. Good job there by the interior of the South defense. Tuggle and Upton. Trips now, far side.
Remember, Laramie's the third in rushing in the state of Wyoming right now in the 4A conference.
Tuggle again, big hole up the middle. Tuggle. He fumbles the ball again. The South have it. They think they do. Let's see. South recovers the fumble at their own 49-yard line.
Well,
so tit for tat.
Huge break. That's such a huge break as Tuggle had gotten all 10 yards back, had gotten 10 yards on that run, and then fumbled the ball away. Who recovered that fumble? Did you happen to see that?
I did not see who recovered that fumble. So 1st and 10 South. They're at their own 49. Let's see if they can take care of the ball a little bit better. They had a couple of big plays on that last drive. It'll be Trimble bringing him to the line. Kobe Bardo comes near side, and they have the double wings with Soto at the full. It'll be Alex, and he's maybe going to get a yard to the 50.
But I'll tell you what, South has got to take advantage of this. They just got the ball back. The football god said, you know what? We feel bad for you. Here you go. You fumbled the ball in that long run. We're going to give you the ball back.
So it'll be 2nd down and 9 for the Bison.
Looked like the free safety, huh? Thanks, Shay, for watching that. See, I'm the producer, video man, cameraman, and color commentary. So it's
28 Dominguez on the pitch. He has positive yardage into Laramie territory all the way down to the 44-yard line. So 6 on the pickup there for Dominguez.
Boy, South with 51 yards rushing already in the first quarter, Steve. We had 51 yards rushing at the end of the third quarter last week against Sheridan. So this is a good start. Question is, we got to get this third down. South did not convert third downs really well last week against Sheridan. But then you know what? Not many teams do really good on third down against Sheridan. So this is a big conversion attempt right here.
Third down and 3 for the Bison. Trimble whispering in guys' ears, make sure everybody's on the same page. He will give it to Soto. Soto's going to have the first down. Up across the 41 to the 40-yard line. So give him 4 on the carry, and first down, Bison.
Such a big first down for the Bison. Huge first down. Man, you know what, Shea Turner? I'm glad that you're watching this.
Shea Foster.
I know I got to be careful when Steve gets excited standing behind me.
Oh, hey.
I completely agree with you. That is Alex Soto.
Yeah, he's number 2 on the thing.
He's number 2 on the roster. Sean Moore, he does our voiceover. He's now the
there's a carry by Soto.
Well, how many yards did he get there?
He's going to, looks like they're going to give him from the 40 to the 36.
4-yard gain. Sean Moore, who does our voiceover on 1112 BISN, lives in Laramie, is now the tech director for the Albany County School District. And he came down to ask a number, but I want to give a shout-out to him.
So second down to 6, South on the move in Laramie territory. The offense gelling a bit early on. There was a fumble on the first drive. Pitch now. Dominguez cuts it back. Still on his feet and fighting for the hard yards.
Boy,
looks like he's going to be down close to 31.
And that corner from Laramie read that, and great read by Dominguez to come back in. Give him.
We're going to call it to the 31, so give him 5.
Yep.
And it'll be third and about a yard to go for the Bison.
Another big third down attempt here for the Bison. The South can get this. What did I say? They got to keep their offense going. Keep it going. Pick up these third downs. Keep getting these first downs. Keep Laramie's explosive offense on the sideline.
Soto again behind Trimble. Third and a big one. They're going to let Alex have it, and he's got it. He's across the 30, and he'll be down to the 29-yard line, I believe. Gain of 2 and another Bison first down.
Well, I'll tell you what, I do not know how much time is left in this first quarter, but this is a good drive here by the Bison.
5:57 to go. This will be the 7th play of this South drive.
I want to give a shout-out to everybody watching on 1112 BISN's YouTube page. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Subscribe to our channel. Give us some love out there.
So 1st and 10 Bison.
Coach Vigil watching. We couldn't do the real deal. He didn't make the trip.
Dominguez.
Oh, what a
got
great
some room.
block.
Oh, big hit there by the Plainsmen. But Dominguez is going to have about 8 on the play, maybe 7. Let's see. From the 29 to the, boy, these guys they're at the 22-yard line. 7 yards for Dominguez on the pitch. Man, he's running hard tonight, Dominique is.
Well, you know what? Credit our tight end on that side, Steve. He set up a huge block for that lane. That was actually Wyatt Garcia who set up that block on the outside and gave that lane for Dominguez.
Flag. Trimble's going to keep it, but this was probably going to come back as he gets up close to the 10-yard line.
I think it's going to be a legal motion, possibly. Legal procedure.
It's a dead ball, false start, or procedure, one of the two. So that's going to back South up.
Both teams now with 1 penalty each.
Hey fans, if you look up here at the press box, that's right. You're going to see a little promotion. It is the.
I actually think that's.
Second down.
I think that's Sean Moore on the microphone.
Is it? I love his station ID for us.
We'll play a station ID.
You're listening to the Bison Network.
We had to get him. He's got such a great radio voice that we had him do a couple of our voiceovers on our station identification that we'll play for you at break.
Second down, about 7 to go. Call it 8.
If it's blurry, it'll clear up, guys. We do apologize for the blurriness.
Soto with a big hole up the middle. Soto's going to be up close to first down yardage. I think he has it.
Boy, that'll be a.
He does. They're signaling first down to the 18-yard line. 9 on the pickup for Alex Soto, and the Bison are knocking at the door. First and 10 from the Laramie 18-yard line.
I want to put this in perspective for everybody who's watching. South had 5 first downs last week in the whole game. We've already got 4 this quarter.
Wow.
So great offensive continuity going on for South, picking up these big conversions. Granted, that was on second down. South right now is still 2 for 2 on third down. So now we got to do something. We're in the red zone, Steve. We got to finish this drive positive.
So they will break the huddle. 1st and 10 at the Laramie 18. Yes, you're exactly right. The finish is the key. Trimble under center. Trimble's going to keep it. It's a reverse. Mascarenas has some room, and there's a flag down on the play as he gets down close to the 10-yard line.
Let's see who it's going to be on.
The linesman on the far side threw the flag, so holding he's going to call.
Such a great run by.
Hey, Mascarenas.
Hi.
Michael, good kid.
Great kid.
So if they take it from the spot, it looks like they're going to enforce it from the 15. So it's basically going to turn into about a 6-yard penalty. So back it up to the 24 and make it 1st and about 15 to go.
South trailing in the first quarter, 7-0. First quarter being brought to you by Richardson Construction Incorporated.
Tremble now kind of an I formation behind him.
Wow, that's a new formation.
He'll give it to Soto. Nice hole there, and Soto's going to be across the 20. Actually, they'll mark him right at the 20. 4-yard gain there. Bring up 2nd down and about 11. 3:36 and counting here in the first quarter.
Okay, so the key thing that South needs to do on this 2nd down, I mean, if they don't get the first down, they want to make it a 3rd and manageable at least. I like that I formation. That's a new formation we have not seen all year until tonight. So that's great to see South come out. That's a different look. So
sun's starting to peek its head out here and kind of
scenic view here in Laramie,
livening
Wyoming.
things up here. 2nd down. Soto, nope, Trimble's going to pass. He has a man, Hunter Scott. Oh! And a great defensive play there by number 5 for Laramie. That's Brady Epler. Nice looking pass. Hunter was behind the defense, but just a great adjustment by the Laramie defense to get up and knock that ball down.
I'll tell you what, man, he got behind the defender. That's exactly what you want as an offense. You got to be open like that. Just a great defensive play, like you said. Epler got his hand on it.
A little more air under that ball, and that's 7
well,
or
now
6.
It's 3rd and long. South, one thing I can tell you they probably won't do is if they don't get this, I don't see them going for a field goal. So now you're looking at making this at least 4th and manageable if you don't get the first down here.
Counter, Dominguez. He has some room, and he's going to be up close to the 10-yard line. Looks like they're going to give him to the 11. That's 9 on the carry there. Well, and that brings up a 4th down play that is going to be about 2 to gain. Actually call it 4th and 3. They move it to the 12, not the 11, so give him 8. Big 4th down here for the Bison.
Huge 4th down.
Let's see what they come up with.
But you know what? It's 4th and manageable. That's exactly what we talked about.
Big play in the game here. 2:29 and counting. Trimble. Pitch. Dominguez.
Oh, my goodness.
He's pointing toward Laramie.
He's pointing toward Laramie.
I think Laramie. Offside on the Plainsmen.
Huge.
And that's going to be a 1st down for South.
Huge.
Huge play.
Huge. How's that? Huge. It's about as excited as I can get right there.
That takes him down to the 6-yard line. 1st and goal from the 6.
South with a great drive going on.
Wow,
1st down by a penalty there.
Mistake by Larry there. Must have been lined up in the neutral zone because I didn't see any movement pre-snap. Going to run the clock. Well, ref's going to throw his arm out. 1st and goal for the Bison. Trimble. Fakes to Soto. Trimble's going to keep it and be piled up down close to the goal line. Oh, boy, they're marking right down to the 1, it looks like.
And that was from the 6.
So give him 5 on the pickup. 2nd and goal from the 1.
South with 98 yards rushing this quarter, Steve. Such a great first quarter for South. But the most important thing is they're keeping Laramie's offense off the field.
Yeah, and this could be the 12th play of this drive. They've already eaten up 8 and up about 7 minutes of the first quarter.
I want Shea Foster, who's watching, I want to thank you for our biasness, for being patient with us.
Tremble.
There's look at that. That's
gonna keep it, be stacked up, no signal.
Boy, he spread the offense out on that.
I don't think he got in.
I don't know. Let's see.
Neither one of the officials has made a signal, so no gain there. He's going to stay at the 1, and it's going to be 3rd down.
Boy, did you see them spread the offense out on that? We had 2 wide receivers on each side and a single back, Steve.
Man, that ball can't be but inches from the goal line.
3rd down.
Where'd Shea Foster go to school? Is he a South guy?
He's an old Laramie High School.
Oh, Laramie guy. Well, Shea, thanks for listening. But
we appreciate your willingness to listen to the homers here.
There's kind of that. It's kind of a funky little eye. Soto. Nope. Trimble's going to keep it.
He's in.
He's in. Touchdown, Bison. Holy cow. What a drive by this South High Bison team.
99 yards in the first quarter, and we cap it off. Well, I mean, not 99 yards in this drive, but 99 yards total. Cap it off with a touchdown, and now we are 1 point behind from tying this thing.
14-play, 51-yard drive that ate up over 8 minutes.
Wow. How much time's left?
About 46 seconds left in the first quarter.
I'm in a precarious position in the
South
booth.
looks like they're going to go for 2 here. And Laramie's going to call timeout on a 2-point conversion.
Nice.
So let's take a timeout with them. You're listening to High School Football here on 1112 BISN.
Your Bison Network.
Bookkeeping is like a puzzle. Do you know where to put all the pieces? Your company is like its own unique puzzle. It's their goal to show you how your company is reaching its goals on a weekly, monthly, or quarterly basis, offering bookkeeping, payroll, and tax services that are tailored to fit your business. At Pena Business Services, they can help allow you to focus on your business and effectively serve your customers. Set up your free consultation now by calling 307-369-2708. Pena Business Services, solving your bookkeeping puzzle one piece at a time.
All right, South lining up the old swing and gate. Boy, this is a funky formation. They have a center over the ball. They have about
did not work for us last week.
6 or 7 linemen lined up to the left.
This did not work last week.
Soto kind of in the shotgun. Now they're going to come over. And it looks like they're going to just set up for the extra point. That's funky.
Is Soto kicking it?
No, he's holding.
Who's kicking it?
7, I believe.
Okay.
Snap is low. Kick is up and through. And we are tied up at 7 apiece with 46.3 seconds to go. And, man, you can't say enough about that punch back there. South going 13 plays, 51 yards in about 8 minutes and 4 seconds.
But I'll tell you what, that was such a huge drive. To be able to, to have that opening drive of theirs end in a fumble, and then to be able to get the ball back by forcing the turnover on number 27, Tuggle, to be able to finish that drive with that touchdown to tie this game up is a huge, mentally is so huge for South right now.
Especially after that 94-yard kick return to open the game. Now they better shore that part of the deal up here because they're getting ready to kick off again, and last time that didn't go so well for them.
So if you'd like to be a sponsor of the 1112 BISN scoreboard, look on the bottom left-hand corner of your screen there. Give us an email. Shoot us an email at bisnwbm@gmail.com. That's for Bison Web and Media, our parent company. And they will go ahead and try to hook you up. We got competitive prices.
Little Toto going on. By the Serengeti. Hurry, boy, she's waiting.
Open Mic Broadcast Network, thank you for watching us on that drive. We appreciate it so much. Can't wait to get a hold of you again and speak with you. Great guy there. We will have a great evening, and good luck on your broadcast tonight.
Silva kind of squibs one, and the ball's loose and rolling around, but Laramie's going to cover it up at about their 38-yard line. So they'll start their second drive of the game from their 38.
I could not agree more with that kickoff after what happened last time.
So 45.6 seconds left. And Laramie, again, starts their second drive here. The first one ended in a fumble. It was Tuggle on every carry that first drive. So sooner or later, Upton's going to fake it to him and pull it. And Dominguez trying to get off the field. Hurry! Okay, phew. This time Upton's going to keep it himself. There's some room up the middle, but he's going to be drugged down there by
9 yards.
Number 50, Austin White, but not before he gets all the way up to the 47-yard line.
9 yards.
Second and 2. It's second and 1.
That'd be interesting to see what the official stats look like tonight.
Trips receivers far side.
We got a free bird request.
Tuggle, free bird. Tuggle's got some room, and he's down the sideline, and he's going to have to be pushed out. Boy, how did he not step out, and how can South not get him out? Holy cow, they had him pinned to the sideline, and he got another 20 yards after that.
Boy, I give Tuggle credit staying in bounds along the sideline right there. That's just horrible tackling from our South Bison right there.
Down to the 13-yard line. It was like 40 yards on that carry.
Well, I'll tell you one thing about the heater in this room. It is nice.
It doesn't disappoint.
But the one bad thing about it is heat rises, and right now my feet are freezing in this press box.
So that'll be the end of the first quarter. The score is tied. It's Laramie 7 and South 7 here on 1112 BISN.
Your Bison Network.
The Round Top Mountain Motel and Cabins in Thermopolis offers free high-speed internet, air conditioning, cable TV, and rustic cabins and large motel rooms to fit you and your family's needs. Located within walking distance of the Hot Springs State Park, downtown shopping and restaurants, why would you want to stay anywhere else for your next trip to Thermopolis? Wyoming owned and operated, the Round Top Mountain Motel and Cabins will make you feel like home during your stay. Make your reservation now by calling 307-421-7520. The Round Top Mountain Motel and Cabins in Thermopolis. A lot of Wyoming at a very competitive price.
It's much more affordable than you realize to protect your family with the Robert Martinez Agency. Having life insurance will protect you and your loved ones and help ensure the future. As a trusted advisor, Robert Martinez will guide you through the wide range of life insurance plans and their fantastic benefits to find an affordable plan with the right coverages. Working to guide and secure your future. Robert Martinez Agency, 20th and Central in downtown Cheyenne. Call
First
for a no
10 Laramie start the second quarter. It's Upton and Tuggle, the dynamic duo in the backfield. Upton's going to take it himself. He's going to run up the middle, and he's taken down at about 5-yard line. 57, Brady Dunn there on the tackle. 8 yards for Upton there. And Laramie
Boy, they're on
looking
the
to
doorstep.
answer here.
What a great answer by the Plainsmen, too. Big plays. I said you got to limit big plays. That was a great run by Tuggle, but you got to limit those big plays if you're the South Bison.
Upton in the shotgun with Tuggle. Upton's going to take it himself, right side. Sneaks into the end zone for the Laramie touchdown.
I think he got across,
he's
though.
across the goal. They are signaling touchdown.
Yep,
and he will score at the 11:20 mark.
So I do want to apologize for the Laramie fans. We are not keeping official stats for the Plainsmen tonight. We're not even keeping official stats for the Bison. So I actually did not keep track of that drive on who ran and what plays and all that. So, but the score is now 13-7. Your Bison are trailing after the Plainsmen answer back.
Extra points up and good. So 4-play, 62-yard drive, and it was a big run by Tuggle. A 40-yard run by Tuggle set it up. Upton carried the rest of the times on that drive. And they ate up all of about a minute and a half to go that 62 yards.
Now here's the problem I see with that. You know, South's offense, obviously, they're not gonna have five play scores. I mean, they have the opportunity to, but they're gonna have these long drives. They're gonna take the time off the clock. But when the opposing team comes back on and scores with in how much time?
About a minute and a half.
Minute and a half. That puts more pressure on your offense to score. So South's got to find an answer to stop those big runs. Not saying it's an easy answer because, like I said, Laramie is the third highest rushing team in the Class 4A right now. So you've got to be able to do something to stop those big runs and get Laramie off the field.
So Kari Wright, and I believe Dominic Dominguez will be deep for South.
USA, yeah.
It's a party in the USA.
See, we know more than just 80s rock here at 1112 BISN. You're listening to Stephen Allen live.
Laramie set to kick it off. They lead 14-7. And this time it will be Kari Wright back at about the 3-yard line. Kari. Ooh, gets drugged down at the 15. I think that's a face mask. Looked like he got his head ripped off. Let's see what happens here.
Well, South's going to have to answer back now. You know, there's a comment on here that they need a Packer hair up. Thanks, first of all, for watching. Your press box is beautiful, honestly. It's really nice. It's nice and warm. It is a little small, but, you know.
Yeah, we kid because we care.
Yeah, the angled windows, they are a little different. Most places we broadcast out have the straight-up windows. But the one great thing about your press box is you can remove the screens. So that is great.
Who are you talking to there? Who are you coming there?
Packer Harrop. Don't know who that is, but thanks for tuning in. We truly appreciate it.
So they're going to wave that flag off, and South will start their own 15. Did look like Kari kind of got whipped around, and I think the referee, the white hat's the one who threw the flag. I thought we were going to get a face mask or something out of that, but they wave it off, talk about it, and we'll just play on. 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line. South coming off that 13-play drive. Let's see if they can keep pounding away at this Laramie defense. Trimble. Soto, not much, if anything. Maybe a yard to the 16.
Yep, they gave him no yards.
Oh, maybe they're starting at the 16. No gain on the play, 2nd and 10. I mean, you talk about 10 guys in the box. Laramie has 10 guys in the box. Fake to give there, or did he give it to him? I think another try for Soto, 2 in a row there.
3rd down and 10.
Boy, long
I'm
third
going to give him a yard
here.
to the 17.
They gave him a yard on that one.
Just rocking it out. Great number.
Well, you get going to that fullback too much. Set you up in a 3rd and 9.
Big third down here.
Not an offense built to pick up these 3rd and 9s. Let's see what they come out with.
But you know what? We had that 3rd and 11. We shortened it up, and we got that 4th and short earlier. I don't say you go for it here, but.
It's going to be a pitch near side, and it's snuffed out. No, there's some room. Whoa, big hit there. Not going to have near enough for the 1st down, but Dominguez was going to carry it up to the 24-yard line, give him 7.
Brings up 4th down and 2.
And I'm pretty sure if you're South here, yep, they looks like they're trotting on the punt unit.
Smart move here.
It is. Man, if you just don't go full, you know.
Question is can we flip the field now? Can we flip the field and make Laramie drive hopefully from within their 30? I mean,
let's see what our special teams does. Number 80 looks like is back to receive for the Plainsmen. Oh, yeah, try this one. Preston Buskiewicz is what I'm going to call him. Buskiewicz.
That was a great attempt at the name.
Trimble.
High snap.
The rugby punt. Gets a nice little punt away. Oh, and it's bobbled, and I think, South, get on it. The ball's still loose.
No, Laramie
my
recovered.
Goodness, South had every opportunity to get on that football.
Oh, they did.
But Laramie's going to come up with it. Man, it was bumbling and fumbling and rumbling around down there.
This quarter being brought to you by
37.
Physical Therapy and Balance Centers. Located in Cheyenne and Pine Bluffs, providing health care and want to help you love your life. Give them a call if you're in Cheyenne at 772-0955, or if you're in Pine Bluffs at 307-245-3858. I want to thank everybody for tuning in here on 1112 BISN. Second quarter action.
Upton Tuggle.
Hey, you know what, Coach Smith? The great thing about watching on YouTube is you can rewind.
Tuggle gets down the right sideline.
We might not be able to give you an instant replay, but you can definitely rewind, or you can even pause it. Okay, the next time you guys need to leave, if you need to leave to go make a sandwich, visit the restroom, there's a penalty on the play, you can pause your feed and then play it from exactly where you left off. How does that sound, guys? That's a great thing about YouTube is you can pause live broadcasts. Ooh, that's a big one, 10-yarder.
So this is going to back Laramie up.
But if you're watching on 1112 BISN right now, give us a chat on the chat feature located in the bottom of your screen. If you're on your mobile device or if you're on your computer, it should be located on the right-hand side of your screen. Let us know where you're from, where you're watching.
Tuggle up the middle, not much there. Well, he's still on his feet. South looked like they had him wrapped up around the line of scrimmage, but he wiggles his way. He did the Tuggle struggle.
He did that
and got it up to the 31.
Well, that's a great point, Shea Foster. That was a one way you could flip the field, was have somebody fumble the punt.
Second down and long, about 16.
Boy, it's important that South's defense does not give up a big play here. Make them go 3rd and long from here.
Laramie yet to put it in the air. Let's see if they try it here. Yep, Upton's going to roll. Upton's going to look. He's going to fire, and wow.
Incomplete.
That bounced about 5 yards in front of his intended receiver.
It's exactly what South wanted now. Now 3rd and long.
So 3rd and about 16 to go here.
This 3rd down play being brought to you by Physical Therapy and Balance Centers. Information is located right on the screen right there.
See what Laramie does here.
Big 3rd down for the Bison.
Upton in the shotgun, 2 receivers each side. Tuggle the single back.
South's pass defense has not been the
Upton's going to
best.
keep it himself. Up the middle, he's squirming away. South has him pinned in. Then he goes back the other way. Great job by the South defense. He's going to end up, if they give him forward progress to the 30, he's going to lose a yard, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Huge play. Huge play there by South's defense.
Great pursuit.
Great pursuit.
So who's going back here for South? Tyler Wilkin will be deep. The only bad thing about these windows is they're like dark, heavy tint.
Very heavy tint. So Steve's now lined up.
There's
right
the punt.
behind
Now I'm
him.
going to move over here. Wilkin from his 28. Oh, and he's hemmed in there. Go down, son. Nice punt there, but South's defense does well to hold Laramie to a punt, and they'll take over from their own 27-yard line.
I'll tell you what, Laramie answered right back with their failed series and flipped the field on us because now we've got a long way to drive. 73 yards to 73 yards to pay dirt, Steve. South's got to find some momentum here, get that offense going again.
7 minutes till halftime, 7:14. Trimble will bring him to the line with Soto, the single back.
South Swimming's here in Laramie tonight, if I'm right, or tomorrow.
There's the fullback. What are they going to give him? Don't give him anything. Back to the 27. No gain.
Give Laramie's defense credit. We had 99 yards rushing in the first quarter. So far in the second quarter, South has 8 yards rushing.
Three carries for 0 yards to the fullback in the last couple of drives. Pitch. Cuts it up. I believe that's Garcia. I'm not sure. We'll see. He'll get up to about the 30-yard line. It was Wyatt. Get it across the 30 to the 31, so give him 4, and that's much more manageable for South. It's still 3rd and long, 3rd and about 6 or 7 to go.
But you said it right there, Steve. It's 3rd and manageable. One thing that was worked really well on South's scoring drive is they were able to convert these 3rd downs. We got to be able to convert these 3rd downs.
It's going to be Soto. Fullback give, and he'll get a couple 3. Up to about the 39, looks like where they're going to stop. Excuse me, the 34. 3 yards. And looks like, I don't know, they don't look like they brought the punting unit in. Yep, Tremble's going to go back to punt.
I don't understand. I just don't understand.
Now it's number 21, so 21 deep for Laramie at this point.
This is the right choice. You got to punt here.
Oh yeah,
you've got to punt.
Especially the way your defense stood up for you last time.
Short punt.
And that's going to get a south roll.
Yep.
Down to the 34-yard line. So Laramie will start from their own 34. 5:07 till half.
South still trailing 14-7. We're live up here in the Gem City.
This will be Laramie's 4th drive.
Well, we do have one window open.
I know.
We have one window open. That's why it's looking good. Now we got double windows since it's open that are double tinted now. So Steve's got to stand behind me during the.
We're Stephen Allen in the I formation.
Yep.
McDonald, the deep back. There's a fumble, and the give straight ahead to Tuggle, and he's not going to have anything. He's going to lose yards.
Boy, great penetration there by South. That's Brady Dunn. Brady Dunn with that nice tackle for a loss.
So loss of 2 back to the 32.
Great run blitz there by the Bison.
Steve McDonald's in motion.
Well,
he sets up behind Cummings.
I'm going to give Shea Foster a shout out. He's probably the most active opponents viewer we've ever had. Thank you so much, Shea. We truly appreciate all of your insight.
Upton and Tuggle. Now motion. And it's going to be Tuggle. Straight up the middle. Great open. Big hole.
Great
now he breaks it to the outside. He's to the 50 and into South territory. Has to be drugged down by Kari Wright, but not before he gets to the South 48-yard line.
Well, I'll tell you what, not only was that a great cutback, not a great run. He ran that right up the middle, but he had a great cutback to gain that extra, 10, 15 yards after that.
20 on the carry. 4:16 to go and counting. Clock's moving. Same formation. Upton fakes the give to Tuggle, and he's going to be sacked. He was looking to throw the ball, and that's Joe Hansen with a big sack for the Bison.
Huge sack for the Bison there.
Back to the Laramie 45-yard line.
Fans, it's 4 minutes until halftime. That means you only have about 4 or 5 minutes.
So that brings up second and about 17.
So if you guys are seeing the colors change, I'm actually adjusting some of the lighting because now that the lights are on. Let me know how that one looks, everybody, trying to get the white glare off some of the white helmets and the white uniforms. Let me know how that color there looks on the screen, and I can go to another one if you let me know.
Second and 17 for Laramie. So it looks like they were going to show blitz and delay a game, so that's going to back them up another 5.
Wow.
And make it second and about 22 to go.
Boy, self-sustained wounds here for Laramie this quarter, Steve. Don't get me wrong, they did get that touchdown, but these last 2 drives, they've had third and, forever to go.
The longer the South defense can keep them at bay, the more confidence they're going to have. South needs to duplicate that big, long drive they had in the first quarter.
Boy, they do, don't they?
Good. So, twin receivers, both sides. Familiar look from the Plainsmen. It's going to be Tuggle up the middle.
Oh,
big hole. Don't hesitate, Hansen. Come on, boy. Oh, my gosh. Joe just stopped and watched him run by him.
He did. One thing about
all the way to the 43, just stopped and watched him run by him.
You got to commit on that play, man. And you get him where the initial play happens, and now they would be 3rd and 12 compared to 3rd and 5.
So Laramie back at it here from the 43. Boy. And another stoppage there.
That's what I thought, too. I thought it looked a little yellow, so I'm going to try something else, guys. We're going to keep it here, though. We're going to keep it here.
What just happened?
Now
there's a timeout on the field, so we're going to keep Allen's working his magic here.
Tell me how that looks.
So Laramie timeout.
I think it's yellow still.
3:10 to go. Laramie course up 14-7.
Okay, how about this one? You know what? The glare on the white helmets looks a little bright, but I think this one looks best. So let me know how this one goes.
Doctor, right or left? Right or left? Who caught the timeout? Did you see?
I didn't see, unfortunately. I was too busy doing the video engineer work.
See if the scoreboard gives us any help in that. Man, speaking of eye doctor.
You know what? Do you feel overwhelmed with too many bills and not enough income? Pena Business Services can help you obtain debt freedom. With plans to help you, give Pena Business Services a call to discuss what plan will best fit your needs. Call Pena Business Services at 307-369-2708.
Well, there's been 2 timeouts taken, and both teams still are showing with 3 on the board, so not sure what the situation is. 3rd and 5. Trips receivers far side.
Okay, this one's better. That's good.
Upton. Going to roll to his left. Upton looking, throwing. Wants it all.
Oh, he's got a guy open.
Did he catch that?
I think he
No,
did.
incomplete. Out of bounds.
Who was on the cover?
And the head lineman was right there. It was Kari Wright on the cover. No, was that Braden? It was Braden Hughes. Oh, and then there's a flag. Uh-oh, let's see what happened.
I hope that's not. I think that's going to be on South.
Why would it be?
Well,
I think Laramie might have talked some smack about being out of bounds. Let's see.
But Laramie's celebrating.
Are they?
Oh, no, he stopped now.
Oh, and the ref's pointing at his chest. I think this one's going against Laramie because that head's lineman looks like he's chewing that Laramie player out. I don't know. Let's see.
Man, you know.
That might have been unsportsmanlike conduct.
Number 5.
I think number 5 thinks he made the catch.
Who's number 5? Steve's got the rosters in front of him, so.
I think it's Brady Epler.
Brady Epler.
And if that's dead ball after the play, that's going to make it 4th down, isn't it?
Yep.
Oh, huge penalty for Laramie. And that's going to back them up 15 yards. Woo.
Man, that's going to make Laramie punt.
And I think maybe there were some words. You know, I thought they came down with it. But that head's lineman was right on top of it and called him out. And that's going to take it all the way back to the Laramie.
Looks like Laramie called that timeout last time.
42. So Laramie's going to have to punt now.
Man, it's great when our viewers help us. It's so awesome. Oh.
Is that Shea helping us?
Shea Foster, I'll tell you what.
Man, he's the 3rd man in the broadcast
booth. You are
booth.
the 3rd man.
We got a 3-man team here on Friday Night Football. I'll be Cosell, you be Gifford. He could be, who's the other one? Dandy Don Meredith.
There you go.
There's a bounce. The ball's rolling around. Oh, it almost had it blocked.
Almost blocked.
Gets it off, but Wilkins going to field it at the 22, and he'll get ahead to about the 26
But I'll tell you what,
yard line.
These young kids today have no fear. There were 3 Plainsmen around him when he fielded that. I would have yelled. I would have called fair catch or done something. Poison.
You know what else these kids don't have today? Any knowledge of who Howard Cosell or Frank Gifford or Don Meredith are.
That's true. That's so true.
So South will start this one at their 26-yard line.
So the one bad thing about this is trying to find the right white balance, Steve. We're trying to find the right white balance on our video feed right now. So even though the white is not as bright as it was, I do think this will work. And it looks like a lot of our people that are watching are saying the same thing.
Be nice if South could chew up a drive here and score. They'll get the ball to start the second half. Ooh, is that a broken play or a design play? Tremble to throw. Oh, my goodness. He way overthrows Hunter Scott there.
Just a little long.
Looks like there was a little quirky deal going on with the exchange. I don't know if somebody went the wrong way, but Trimble rolls out.
I think that was a naked bootleg. I really do.
And if you think about it, that incomplete pass is just as good as a fullback run up the middle for no yards on 1st down. So
that's true. So when it gets to halftime, it's going to be an extended halftime because it is homecoming, so it'll be a 20-minute halftime. I don't know how much time left. It's still 14-7, though, as you could see on the 11-12 BISN scoreboard.
2:50 to go, first half.
Boy, South's got to get something going. We have 15 yards of offense in the second quarter.
Trimble. Fakes the give. Trimble has some room. Trimble's going to get up across the 30 and gain about 5 on the play.
I have a boo-boo tonight. I forgot to announce our officiating crew.
Oh. So the PA address announcer said he had a boo-boo tonight. Up to the 31.
Yeah, that's Sean Moore.
Third down and 5. And I think South's going to call the timeout here.
Yes, they are.
I want to throw a station ID at him.
We're going to throw you a station ID so you can hear how great Sean's voice really is. Here on 1112 BISN.
You're watching the Bison. 1112 BISN, your Bison network.
That's on the 18th.
So we're back, or are we?
South facing a 3rd and 5. They are 3 for 6 right now for third down conversions on the game, Steve.
2:25 to go till halftime.
Score is 14-7. Give you some action going on around the state. We don't have scores yet, but there's some of the other games going on.
Let's effort that while we're talking about. So 3rd and 5, Trimble. Drops to pass. Trey throws. Has a man. Caught. Is that Keith Burns? Nope. Kobe Bartow. Hey, Kobe. That's our boy. That's a first down. That's a South first down.
Well, how many yards is that?
Well, we'll see where they spot it to the 44. That's 13 yards.
Former junior Bison there. We got to coach him in the 5th and 6th grade level.
Nice little slant route.
First down since the first quarter, Steve.
From their own 44, Trimble. Fakes to Soto, keeps it himself. He's going to dive across the 45. We'll see where they give him to. They give him the 46. Give him the 2 yards to the 46.
But credit Laramie's defense, though, with this big turnaround in the second quarter. Like I said, South had 99 yards of offense in the first quarter, and right now we've got 35 yards of total offense in the second quarter, most of it coming on this drive right here. We had 5 first downs that first quarter. We have 1 this quarter. You know, that's Laramie adjusted really well. South finally getting some offensive momentum going right here, though, Steve.
Trimble on 2nd and 8. That will be Soto. And he's going to get positive yardage up close to midfield. See if they give him the 48 or 49. Looks like I'm going to call it the 49.
Yep.
Give him 3. Now bring up 3rd and 5. Tick-tock goes the clock. We're under a minute, 55 seconds to go. So South's going to have to, they're not going to be able to just ground and pound this one out.
We've only got 1 timeout left, too, because we used one in that first quarter.
Trimble gives to Soto. I don't know why.
Ooh, he almost fumbled that.
On 3rd and 5. And South's going to call timeout. Loss of 2 on the play.
I don't understand why you want to run up the middle on a 3rd and 5
right there. Well, yeah, I mean, you're
there.
under a minute. The clock's running.
So now it's 4th down. Now here's the question. You call a timeout, and they're talking about it. How confident are they getting this? Because if they don't get this, they're giving Laramie great field position.
Yeah, I mean,
to where if they punt, they can force Laramie to drive a long way, take the 14-7 deficit into halftime.
I think that's what you have to do. South did call timeout. I don't know why. I don't know why if you're going to run that fullback up the middle on 3rd and 5 with under a minute and the clock running, and you don't just let the clock run. I would be very surprised if they go for this.
And, force Laramie's hands at that point to call the timeout. They've got 2 left.
Sure, exactly.
If Laramie really wants to take a drive this late in the half, force them to call the timeout. But I think South's going to go for it right here, honestly.
Man, oh, man. So if they don't get this, they give Laramie
Yeah,
ball with the time to do a couple of plays.
I will say he is committed to running the double wing, and that's one thing. We ran this. This is the same offense we ran for 8 years, same exact offense. So it does take a commitment to run this. And there's going to be a flag.
Is that a penalty on Laramie? Holy cow. Hang on, let's see. I know I harp on the fullback up the middle, and I know they're committed to running it, but, you know, on 3rd and 5, when you're under a minute, let's see what South does here. Fake the give. Roll. Trimble.
No, he's got plenty of time.
Throws downfield, and it's incomplete. So now you give the Laramie the ball back at about your own 45 with 28.3 seconds to go. And, boy, hope this doesn't bite you in the behind-o.
South's defense has got to come out committed to stop this drive right here and not give up anything big, Steve. That's the key right here. You cannot let Tuggle have those open lanes like he had some of those big runs earlier in the half. Play disciplined, gap-controlled defense, assignment football right here.
So Laramie will have the ball. I believe they have 1 timeout left. They might have 2. Not quite sure, but they've got 28 seconds. And they have the ball on south side of the 50.
You know, I agree with we do need to get to that edge again. We did have some big runs. You know, when we set up that fullback dive, then we hit him with the edge. Maybe start off with some edge because Laramie's really starting to key in on those fullback dives.
There's a bad snap, and Upton's going to take it back. He's going to have to maybe try to throw it away. It's intercepted by Kari Wright.
Huge intercepted
by Kari Wright. Oh, my goodness.
That's a great way.
Talk about dodging a bullet there. Holy moly.
Well, I'll tell you what, like one of our viewers said, Laramie's been shooting themselves in the foot a lot this game.
They sure have.
And that right there, bad snap, forced Upton to make a bad throw into about quadruple coverage, and we got the interception, and now we got the ball at the 45. No timeouts. But you never know what can happen here.
19 seconds. Hey, air a couple out here. This is a part of the game where you have maybe a spread package that you spread it out. Try to throw it.
Well, you know what? They did show a different formation in that first quarter, Steve. I think, honestly, South's setting them up for the second quarter.
I'm all right with it. I just don't like that sequence right toward midfield. There's a fake. Trimble rolls. Trimble throws. Has a man. It's caught. It's going to be Hunter Scott up to the 49, and there's a face mask on Laramie. So South's going to get a stopped clock. The pass play will go to the 49. Where did they start? At their own 45?
Yeah.
So they get a pass to the 49.
4-yard
and a
pass.
Big 15-yard face mask all the way down to the 36.
Be a 53-yard field goal attempt from here.
12.5 seconds, so you got a couple of shots probably.
If they had Natrona's kicker, I wouldn't be surprised, but. Mascarenas.
Hey, Mascarenas.
We can say that because he's a close friend of the family.
And now what do we have? Another stoppage in play. White Hat peeks his nose in.
He was looking at us.
Oh, he's going to wind the clock. They got to go. They got to hurry. Trimble to throw. And that's going to be a pick six.
That is a pick six.
Oh, my goodness.
Not what you wanted.
Well, not much to say there, folks.
Well, who intercepted that?
Video says it all.
Who intercepted that?
Well, I don't know.
I think it was Flores. Was it number 21 or Buskiewicz? For those of you watching, what number was that?
Yeah, help us out.
Me and Steve both put our heads down.
We were just taking a dagger in our hearts.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
That was not what you wanted there. Great idea, but it was well played. Extra point is good. That makes it 21-7 now.
So we'll go to half, folks. The score, it's Laramie 21, South 7. Stick around. We'll have an elongated halftime show, and we'll be back with second half action here on 1112 BISN.
Your Bison Network.
Pena Business Services, providing bookkeeping, payroll, tax, and notary services since 2007. At Pena Business Services, they help small to medium-sized companies and nonprofits for all your bookkeeping, payroll, and tax needs. They also help individuals with their tax preparation. It's provided on a schedule that fits your budget. Their goal is providing business owners like you peace of mind on your bookkeeping, payroll, and tax concerns so you can focus on your business. Bookkeeping is like a puzzle. Do you know where to put all of the pieces? Give Pena Business Services a call at 307-369-2708 to set up a free consultation.
Welcome to the historic Round Top Mountain Motel and Cabins. Located in scenic Thermopolis, Wyoming, it is within walking distance access to the Hot Springs State Park, as well as world-class fishing, motorcycling, golfing, rodeo grounds, and downtown shopping and restaurants. A Wyoming family-owned and operated motel for travelers, offers seasonal rates for nightly, weekly, and monthly rentals. Senior, military, and government discounts are also available. Stay at the Round Top Mountain Motel and Cabins on your next visit to Thermopolis, Wyoming. Make your reservation by calling 307-421-7520 and tell them 1112 BISN sent you.
It's much more affordable than you realize to protect your family with the Robert Martinez Agency. Having life insurance will protect you and your loved ones and help ensure the future. As a trusted advisor, Robert Martinez will guide you through the wide range of life insurance plans and their fantastic benefits to find an affordable plan with the right coverages. Working to guide and secure your future. Robert Martinez Agency, 20th and Central in downtown Cheyenne. Call for a no-obligation consultation and quote at 307-514-5003.
You're watching the Bison, 1112 BISN, your Bison Network.
More than 7.7 million American teenagers participate in high school sports every year, including about 19,000 here in Wyoming. They're all learning essential life lessons, like the importance of hard work, time management, and self-discipline, skills that are helping them become better leaders and more active, responsible citizens. This message presented by the Wyoming High School Activities Association and the Wyoming Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Hey, this is Steve.
And this is Alan,
And you're listening to the Bison on 1112 BISN.
your Bison Network.
Bookkeeping is like a puzzle. Do you know where to put all the pieces? Pena Business Services does, and they can help. Realizing your company is like its own unique puzzle, it's their goal to show you how your company is reaching its goals on a weekly, monthly, or quarterly basis. Offering bookkeeping, payroll, and tax services that are tailored to fit your business. At Pena Business Services, they can help allow you to focus on your business and effectively serve your customers. Set up your free consultation now by calling 307-369-2708. Pena Business Services, solving your bookkeeping puzzle one piece at a time.
Choosing the right collector car insurance is critical. That's why American National provides clients with reliable, consistent service. Robert Martinez has first-hand knowledge of the concerns collector car and truck owners face, and American National has created a policy with the coverage and enhancements you need to protect your valuable investment. Call Robert Martinez with American National Insurance at 307-514-5003 or visit his office at 2005 Central Avenue in Cheyenne. The Round Top Mountain Motel and Cabins is the place to stay the next time you're in Thermopolis, Wyoming. One review from TripAdvisor says, "The Round Top is a great place to stay, not only because it's old-fashioned and quaint, not only because it's very inexpensive, and not only because you truly feel like a guest, it is also just a 10-minute walk to the hot springs. I don't know why you'd want to stay anywhere else." Make your reservation now at the Round Top Mountain Motel and Cabins by calling 307-421-7520.
This broadcast is being brought to you by the Bison. 1112 BISN, your Bison Network.
The Round Top Mountain Motel and Cabins in Thermopolis offers free high-speed internet, air conditioning, cable TV, and rustic cabins and large motel rooms to fit you and your family's needs. Located within walking distance of the Hot Springs State Park, downtown shopping and restaurants, why would you want to stay anywhere else for your next trip to Thermopolis? Wyoming owned and operated, the Round Top Mountain Motel and Cabins will make you feel like home during your stay. Make your reservation now by calling 307-421-7520. The Round Top Mountain Motel and Cabins in Thermopolis. A lot of Wyoming at a very competitive price.
It's much more affordable than you realize to protect your family with the Robert Martinez Agency. Having life insurance will protect you and your loved ones and help ensure the future. As a trusted advisor, Robert Martinez will guide you through the wide range of life insurance plans and their fantastic benefits to find an affordable plan with the right coverages. Working to guide and secure your future. Robert Martinez Agency, 20th and Central in downtown Cheyenne. Call for a no-obligation consultation and quote at 307-514-5003.
Pena Business Services, providing bookkeeping, payroll, tax, and notary services since 2007. At Pena Business Services, they help small to medium-sized companies and nonprofits for all your bookkeeping, payroll, and tax needs. They also help individuals with their tax preparations, helping manage your day-to-day accounting with services provided on a schedule that fits your budget. Their goal is providing business owners like you peace of mind on your bookkeeping, payroll, and tax concerns so you can focus on your business. Bookkeeping is like a puzzle. Do you know where to put all of the pieces? Give Pena Business Services a call at 307-369-2708 to set up a free consultation.
This broadcast is being brought to you by the BISN, 1112 BISN, your Bison Network.
7 million American teenagers participate in high school sports every year, including about 19,000 here in Wyoming. They're all learning essential life lessons, like the importance of hard work, time management, and self-discipline, skills that are helping them become better leaders and more active, responsible citizens. This message presented by the Wyoming High School Activities Association and the Wyoming Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
The Round Top Mountain Motel and Cabins is the place to stay the next time you're in Thermopolis, Wyoming. One review from TripAdvisor says, "The Round Top is a great place to stay, not only because it's old-fashioned and quaint, not only because it's very inexpensive, and not only because you truly feel like a guest, it is also just a 10-minute walk to the hot springs. I don't know why you'd want to stay anywhere else." Make your reservation now at the Round Top Mountain Motel and Cabins by calling 307-421-7520.
It is the number 5 Laramie Plainsmen with a 21-7 lead. Boy, a back and forth first half. You know, Laramie made some errors. South kept themselves in the game, had a beautiful long drive, but then the dagger as time expired, a 60-yard pick six for Laramie. And instead of going to 14-7 at half, with South getting the ball to start the second half and go for the game-tying drive, South finds themselves in a 2-touchdown hole. And, all they can do now is fight back, Al.
Well, that's exactly it. A tale of two quarters for the South High Bison team. In that first quarter, we had 99 yards total offense, 5 first downs. Actually, check that, 6 first downs. And in the second quarter, we had 40 yards total offense with 1 first down, 1 interception return for a touchdown right at the end of the half.
So let's take a look at some scores from around the state. Rivalry week, we talked about this being the first week of the season where no ranked teams are facing each other, and things are going just about as you'd expect. Up in Natrona, number 1. Natrona 28, Kelly Walsh 6. That's in the third quarter. Thunder Basin, number 2. They are beating Rock Springs 24-6. The Crosstown Capital Bowl, number 3, Cheyenne East 24, and Central 7. Sheridan and Campbell County just getting underway. They are 0-0 in the first quarter. And, of course, here, number 5, Laramie, 21-7 over South.
Well, I'll tell you what, it was a great first half. The score doesn't indicate it. Now, I will say, Laramie did have a lot of self-sustained injuries, self-sustained wounds in that first half with fumbled snaps, fumbled balls,
big penalties. The interception they threw right at the end, Kari Wright, or was it Kari Wright that got the interception?
Yeah, and that was with 16 seconds left in the quarter.
Yeah, after
but
South.
Then South comes right back and turns the ball right back over. So we are back here live. I'm going to give a shout out to some of our sponsors really quick. This broadcast being brought to you by Physical Therapy and Balance Centers, Richardson Construction Incorporated, and of course our long mainstay S&J Signs Traffic Control. S&J Signs, keeping drivers safe on your roads. Physical Therapy and Balance Centers, 2 locations in southeast Wyoming, 1 in Cheyenne, 1 in Pines Bluff. And then Richardson Construction Incorporating, building throughout Wyoming for over 25 years. Building your dreams into a reality, Steve.
One of the big positives of this game is the fact that we got a bag of popcorn at halftime.
Oh, my goodness.
And this, I am not even kidding, this is probably by far the best bag of popcorn that I've ever eaten at a high school game, basketball or football. This is great popcorn.
I've got to show this to you guys. It's absolutely amazing. I mean, I know to you guys, you're probably going to think, "Whoa, what is this? What popcorn is this that we're discussing with you?"
Salted, buttery.
Let me get the camera. I'm efforting the camera.
Oh my God, they're getting ready to kick the ball off.
Camera's not reading. Well, anyways, we'll
trust us when we tell you.
Can you smell it?
This popcorn is bomb.
I've got my microphone in the bag right now. Can all of our fans smell it? Oh my goodness, it's so amazing.
Time to stay positive, South folks. We get the ball first. It's going to be Kari Wright and Dominguez will start at the 5. Music still blaring. Oh, he's going to be hugged up at the 15 and wrestled down right there.
So South starts with the first possession of the second half, trailing 21-7. And what a change of momentum, Steve. We force a turnover. We get the interception with about 16 seconds left in the half just to come right back and throw a pick 6. South was trailing 14-7 at that time. Laramie, they're saying Eaton. One of our fans saying he thinks it was Eaton. I don't see an Eaton on their roster.
With the pick 6?
Yeah, but you have the main roster.
What number's Eaton? We've got to get into the South. So South will come to the line. They actually started their own 17. Trimble under center. And fake on the counter. I think that's going to be Dominguez.
Yep, it was.
Yep, number 28, Dominguez. So Dominic across the 20 to about the 21. Give him 4. Call it 2nd and 6.
Well, I'll tell you what, that was a great fake there by Trimble. I mean,
looked like they were pitching out to the left, and they come back with a counter right.
So we did have a mention. Just so you know, for everybody that is watching, if you're here in the stands, if you're here at the game live and you're watching us live, there is about a minute delay between what you're watching on the field or what you're hearing on the radio to what you're hearing from us in the stands. So we do apologize about that. That's unfortunately the heel of live video.
That's the dump button in case we say something naughty that we're not supposed to say. Ball up to the 23, so give Soto 2 on the fullback. Dive, and that's going to bring up 3rd and call it 4 for the South High Bison.
South 3 for 8 on 3rd downs now. This is their 9th 3rd down of the game. And there's our first timeout of the second half already.
Who's going to call it? So South's going to call timeout with 3rd and 4. Let's leave it right here. Go to the chat line.
So if you're watching on YouTube, make sure that you use the chat feature located at the bottom of your screen on your mobile device. Or if you're watching on your PC, it should be located on the right of the screen. There's live chat. You could choose to watch either the live chat or the top chat. Caleb Eaton is who we're being told got the interception for the Plainsmen. But also, if you're watching on YouTube, there should be a red subscribe button on there. Go ahead and select that. That's just like liking a Facebook profile or Facebook page. You're just subscribing or liking the 1112 BISN YouTube channel. Show us some love. Let us know you're there. Subscribe to us. We truly appreciate it.
So South breaks the huddle. 3rd down and 4 coming off the timeout. Let's see what they cooked up here. Try to keep this drive alive.
This 3rd down being brought to you by Physical Therapy and Balance Centers.
And there's going to be a penalty of some sort. It's going to be a false start on South. So back them up 5, and now it's 3rd and probably about 9.
So you went from a 3rd and manageable to a 3rd and long now. Another one of our sponsors, Richardson Construction Incorporated.
Ball back to the 18, 3rd and, boy, almost 10 to go. Call it 9. They need to get to the 27.
Can we call it 3rd and a long 9?
Call it
because
3rd and a short 10.
It's like almost 10. 3rd and a short 10.
Trimble drops straight back, pumps, looks over the middle. Oh, underthrows, and it's picked off. He's looking for Hunter Scott. That's going to be Brady Epler, I believe, number 5, with the interception, and set Laramie up in great position there.
Yeah.
At the South 20-some yard line.
Pass was tipped.
Yep, it sure was. Hunter looked kind of like he was open, but.
Caleb Eaton's number 11. He had the interception for the touchdown.
Laramie's going to be in great position at South's 23-yard line.
Yeah, he was open. It was a great pump fake by Trimble, but now his last 2 passes have been interceptions. And now Laramie's got the ball right in South's territory, deep in South's territory.
It'll be Tuggle. And he's stacked up by that South defense, maybe a yard on the play.
Boy, they cannot let Tuggle run up the middle like they did in that first one.
Give him a yard to the 22.
Shea Foster, man, you are awesome. He's giving us his in-depth analysis. Good point. South should toss right because they were sealing that side of the line earlier in the game. Great commentary there. I'm going to lose I'm going to lose my job.
Well,
Steve.
you can still be the video guy.
Yeah, that's true.
2nd and 9 for Laramie. Upton calling the signals. Upton rolls right, looks. Upton going for the end zone, and he overthrows the receiver. That'll be incomplete.
But I tell you what, he had him open too. Just let him a little too long on that one. South escaped that one to force a 3rd and long. Man, he was open. Just by a step, but he was open.
Don't know if Laramie has the kicker to drill one from this particular spot. It'd be about a 40.
But I'll tell you what,
40-yarder, almost 39-yarder.
That popcorn, I could just still taste it.
I can too, and I put a piece of gum in, and I still have the buttery aftertones going on my palate.
South, we love you. You know we're here for you, but man,
but you got to get some. You got to get
this
this
popcorn.
This is the 3rd and 9. It'll be Tuggle. Oh, they had him in the back. No, that's not Tuggle. That's number 25. They had him for a loss.
They had him
Brady
for a
Dunn
loss.
had him by the jersey, but he's going to get down inside the 15 to the 14.
Oh.
See what Laramie does here.
They're going to
25.
They're going to the huddle. Quick huddle. No
Coulter
huddle.
Nunn. There. Laramie out quickly. Direct snap to Nunn. And I think, yep, he's going to have the first down. Still going. We can get all the way up to about the 10-yard line. Looks like it'll be 1st and goal for Laramie.
South cannot let Laramie score a touchdown here. I'd say you could settle with the field goal attempt, but you cannot give up 6 points here. 21-7 right now is your deficit. If you go down 28-7, that could be a big hill to climb with this Bison offense, Steve.
Tuggle comes back into the huddle. Now I've got to lean over Allen's shoulder here to try to see what's going on.
I can't even barely see out the window.
If you don't see us now, can you smell the popcorn on my breath? Upton, straight up the middle, and he's going to be drugged down, but he gets up to about the 5, 6, and they'll put him down at the 6-yard line. Second and goal.
6 from the goal. 2nd and goal from the 6-yard line, sorry.
4 yards there for Upton. Defensive stand would be big here for South.
Make sure you go to Facebook and like our Facebook page as well, Steve. That's just 1112 BISN. Facebook.com/1112 BISN.
Upton. Will take the snap, give straight ahead, and another pile up there. Nope, he's still churning his feet. South had him boxed up there, but he breaks away to the right and gets about 2 or 3. Let's see where they mark him down. I think that was Tuggle.
And you know Laramie's they're up 2 touchdowns. They're up 14 points. They're going to go for it. If they don't get it here, they're going to go for it on 4th down. So now you want to make sure you don't give them an easy 4th down try from here, Steve.
3rd and goal from the 4.
Hold them to no gain or even a loss of yards.
It is Tuggle in the backfield with Upton. Upton's going to roll to his left. Upton throws. Almost intercepted. And that's Braden Hughes, the freshman over there.
The
freshman phenom almost had an interception, and it does look like Laramie's going to trot out the field goal unit.
Oh, nice. And it's because we didn't give them that extra yardage. I guarantee if they would have got a couple yards closer, they'd be going for it right here.
Be about a 21-yarder, it looks like. See where they spot the ball. Yep. Spotted at the 11, hash mark right, 21-yarder for the Plainsmen. Good snap. Ball's down, blocked! South blocks it! And they bounces to a South player. Boy, they almost had a chance to pick that up and run it back.
Boy, they almost did. Great block, but that's a win for South.
Very nice. That's a big win.
You turn the ball over, and then Laramie drives down to within 6 yards of the end zone, and you hold them to a blocked field goal. See, that is a great. That should be a big.
Yeah, that's got to be a momentum shifter.
Huge momentum shifter. Some Guns N' Roses.
Let's see where they're going to spot this. They're going to spot it at about the 13.
Here we go. Take me down to the paradise city where the grass is green and the girls are pretty. Would you please take me home? Stephen Allen, karaoke night on 11-12 BISN.
1st and 10 from their own 13-yard line. Straight up the middle, Soto pushing the pile, positive yards. Hey, he's almost up to the 20-yard line. Are they going to give him 7 on that? There's fullback being effective.
Well, that's the longest run for Alex since the first quarter, Steve. So that's a good sign right there.
7-yard gain, 2nd and 3, 6:50 to go. In the 3rd quarter, South down 21-7.
It's Mascarenas down here at the bottom of your screen.
Trimble. They'll try Soto again up across the 20 now. 21, give me a yard. Sets up a 3rd and 2 for South.
You know, Wyatt Garcia's only carried the ball once. He's your speed back there. I wonder if they're setting it up right here for the edge.
3rd and 2. Am I smacking?
No.
Oh.
Just wanted to see if you were going to give me one of those faces. Kobe Bartow now. Yep, Bartow and Mascarenas for the listener on here. Grandparents did go to Rollins.
Give to South, 1st down. I believe that is Dominguez. He's going to be up across the 25 to the 28-yard line.
First down South. Keep the drive moving. That was one of the 11-12 BISN keys to the game.
Trimble, double wing. Another counter play. Looks like Dominguez again. Nice yardage there on first down. Boy, if you can get 4 and 5 on first down, that's the recipe for success. I'm going to give him 5, it looks like, up to the 33-yard line.
But you know what? Well, Coach Vigil said he was going to be blowing up our chat line tonight. I've seen one comment from him. Junior high football finished their season this week, Steve. It's hard to believe, man.
Goes quick, doesn't it?
They start their winter season on Monday.
There's a give now to the right side. I think that's Wyatt Garcia.
That is Wyatt.
And go down. He's giving the forward progress. Well, they're only going to give him a yard, it looks like, to the 34. Looked like that play looked like it might have had a chance to break.
Well, I
but
tell you,
closed with quickness.
It closed real quick. Credit Laramie's defense for doing that.
Third down and 4 for South.
Third and manageable.
Don't think we're in 4-down territory just quite yet.
Third down and 4.
But let's not even worry about that. Let's just pick up the first down. Hunter Scott's going to come wide right. Trimble. Back to pass. Throws. Over the middle. Oh, just over the outstretched arms of, I believe Dominguez was the intended receiver. Had him. He was running down the seam, and the ball just a little bit tall for him. It looks like South's going to trot on the punt group.
Yeah, this is the right move. So everyone loves going to the Hot Springs Park in Thermopolis. So the next time you head to Thermopolis, make sure you stay at the Round Top Mountain Motel and Cabins, Wyoming-owned and within walking distance to the Hot Springs State Park. Downtown shopping and restaurants. The Round Top Mountain Motel and Cabins will make you feel like you're at home during your stay. A lot of Wyoming at a very competitive price. So make your reservation with the Round Top Mountain Motel and Cabins now by calling 307-421-7520.
Nice snap. Gets off a wobbler. It's going to take a big south bounce and touch it before it goes back the other way. They do, and it looks like the 29-yard line will be the starting point for Laramie.
So the one thing about high school, Steve, what's one thing that everybody knows about high school?
It was the best time of our lives.
Yeah, that's true. I had the time of... Anyways. That's when most kids get their driver's license for the first time, right?
Yep.
So worry less about your insurance coverage while adding money back into your wallet with American National Cashback Reward Program. Insure your auto and home and remain claim-free for 3 consecutive years, and you can get 25% back of your first-year premiums. Let Robert Martinez Agency reward your smart thinking. Give him a call at 307-514-5003.
So Tuggle and Upton.
Sorry.
It'll be Tuggle. And again, they had him right at the line, spun him around. He's only going to get, let's see if he even got back to the line of scrimmage. Oh, he looks like he might be hurt.
Well, I'll tell you what.
He got drugged backwards. That looked kind of ugly.
Oh, he got drugged back awkwardly, and one of his teammates came rushing in there real quick.
Oh, my goodness.
Let's hope he's all right.
He's such a good player.
He is a very good player.
Hopefully he's okay. That looked tough. He was just fighting for those extra yards. And that's they're looking at his left knee or his right knee. Oof. Let's hope.
Celebrating their 20-year anniversary, this is Physical Therapy and Balance Centers. Celebrating the 20-year anniversary of being the only Southside physical therapy, balance, sport, and preventative health care provider, focused on health care and want to help you love your life. Include treatments such as dry needling and chesio like kinesiology taping. Other services include balance and vestibular programs, orthopedic rehabilitation, neurological rehabilitation, sports rehabilitation, and strengthening.
Oh, God, you hate to see that.
Yes, you do.
He's being helped off, not putting any weight. It is his left knee. He's not putting any weight at all on it. Oh, please.
We hope
Don't
he's
let that
all right.
happen to that young man. Go get some ice on it.
Keep our fingers crossed for him.
What a good player.
Yeah, they did.
So I believe it'll be Coulter Nunn probably to come in, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
He's a very capable backup.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. 3:48 to go in the third quarter. Laramie up 21-7. And we'll try to keep an eye on Mr. Braxton Tuggle. Boy, they're really gingerly putting him down on that bench.
If we had a bench reporter, we would keep you updated, but unfortunately.
Where's Reese Monaco when you need him?
I know, huh?
You need our sideline guy. So 2nd and 10, no gain on the play. Equipment issue here, and they're pulling the Alan Cummings and make the guy go off the field.
Well, you know,
to buckle his chin strap.
It's the rule. It's the rule, man. Up until last year, that was a penalty.
Yeah.
So you've got to follow the rules, Steve. Unlike you, who lets everything
Who just
go.
steps up and says, "Hey, man, snap your chin strap."
Oh my goodness.
So Upton, let's see what they do go to here. He's going to keep it himself. There's a flag, and that's going to be on Laramie. False start on the offense. That's a 5-yard penalty. Repeat 2nd down.
Well, how much is this going to change Laramie's offensive game plan? I mean, you've got your workhorse down on the sideline with an injury.
That's a great point, Alan.
But that Tuggle was a hard tackle. Tackle.
When we say expert color commentary by Alan Cummings, we are not underselling that or overselling it. So second and 15, yeah.
But I wonder how many penalties Laramie's had this game.
That probably could.
That's the bad thing about
probably get you a count if I efforted it.
Not doing the official
See, now
stats.
they got a whole different formation. They got a bunch trips bunched up here near side. And Upton's going to keep it. He gets the edge and just shoves Kerry Wright's head to the ground and gets all the way up to the 39-yard line. So it's not a first down. It's a gain of 14. They needed 15. So this is going to be a huge 3rd and 1 for South. Laramie quickly to the line. South needs to get to the line. South looking around on defense, and Laramie's ready to go. They're going to go straight up the gut. Oh, I don't know if he got it. They're not giving him the spot. Nope.
Get your tickets ready for the FFA drop.
4th and like 6 inches.
Oh, what are they going to do here?
South quickly subbing players in.
Boy, South, great stand there.
Christian Martinez checking in.
Come on, South here. 3rd down and 1. They had, 4th and 1. Oh, and now here comes the punt team. They might get a delay penalty here. They trotted the quarterback over to talk to the coach, and he's been talking to him for about 10 seconds. Then they get the punt team out there. Wilkin quickly going deep for South. They do get it off. Nice punt, angled, and Wilkin's going to slip fall. Just let it go. Right at the 20-yard line. So South holds there. Man, they're staying in this thing, folks. We're going to keep it right here because they'll switch it over quickly after a punt.
We're going to do a quick station identification.
This broadcast is being brought to you by the BISN, your Bison network.
So me and Alan spending a lot of quality time here in this second half. I gotta be right over his back shoulder, see what's going on. Soto finds a little hole, gets about 5.
You know, I'm kind of caught up in the nostalgia of it. This is our 190th broadcast, Steve.
Can you believe that, folks?
190th broadcast since we started 11-12 BISN. 10 more broadcasts, which we unfortunately won't hit until the basketball season, till winter athletics starts. But our 190th broadcast.
Brady Dunn shaking up on the play. So 2nd and 5. For the Bison. Trimble brings him up. Little Hay Mascarenas near side.
Who ran that last play?
Soto. There's the counter give. Ooh, and Dominguez runs into a wall, but he's going to fall ahead for a couple up to about the 27-yard line. 3rd down and 3.
Well,
What?
The guy upstairs just said 3rd and 5, and I'm like, man, are you serious? How do you not see that?
It's about 3rd and 3, bud.
It's 3rd and 3.
He's trying to psychologically
That's what he's doing.
Alter South's approach.
He's trying to play mind games.
3rd and 3. This will be a big pickup here. Trimble drops to throw. Trimble over the middle, and he just way overshoots Dominguez.
3rd interception.
And Epler with the interception, and he's going to return it. All the way back to the 15, and his teammates patting him on the back. Just that one was way too tall for Dominguez. These receivers are short, man. And they're hitting that seam. The guys are kind of coming open in that little seam, but
that's Epler's 2nd interception, and that's Trimble's 3rd interception in his last 4 attempts, Steve.
Tall order here for the defense to try to hold him out. I mean, that play's there. If you could put it on the number of the receiver, that play is there. Has been a couple times. Coulter Nunn in the backfield with Tuggle. And what do we have here? Dead ball delay. So, wow. Laramie's been penalized quite a few times in this game.
That penalty brought to you by Richardson Construction, building throughout Wyoming for over 25 years. Building your dreams into a reality. Richardson Construction, proud sponsor of 1112 BISN and Bison Web Media.
Look, I've got Laramie for about 6 or 7 penalties, but a couple of them are the 15-yard variety.
If you want to be a sponsor for 1112 BISN, give us a call at 307-287-3205. Competitive sponsorship packages for both business and personal.
But if you do call, you got to tell them Steve McDonald sent you so I can get the commission. Upton keeps it himself.
Commission?
Up to you.
We don't give no stinking commission.
Up to the 14-yard line. Ooh.
Or shoot us an email at bisnwbm@gmail.com. That's Bison, bisnwbm@gmail.com.
Gain of 6 on the play. 2nd and 9 from the 14. Epler and Nunn.
Both boys and girls open gyms began this week for South High School basketball, Steve.
Upton rolls to the right.
Oh, they have. That's great.
They cut him back inside, but it still gets quite a bit of yards.
Brady Dunn set the edge perfectly on that and forced Upton back in. Unfortunately, we were unable to corral him, but we kept him from breaking it outside, which could have been a touchdown run, Steve. Great job by Brady Dunn.
So 3 quarters in the books. We'll switch ends. It is after 3. It is Laramie 21, South 7. Come back for the 4th quarter here on 1112 BISN.
Your Bison Network.
Choosing the right collector car insurance is critical. That's why American National provides clients with reliable, consistent service. Robert Martinez has first-hand knowledge of the concerns collector car and truck owners face, and American National has created a policy with the coverage and enhancements you need to protect your valuable investment. Call Robert Martinez with American National Insurance at 307-514-5003 or visit his office at 2005 Central Avenue in Cheyenne. Welcome to the historic Round Top Mountain Motel and Cabins. Located in scenic Thermopolis, Wyoming, it is within walking distance access to the Hot Springs State Park, as well as world-class fishing, motorcycling, golfing, rodeo grounds, and downtown shopping and restaurants. A Wyoming family-owned and operated motel for travelers, offers seasonal rates for nightly, weekly, and monthly rentals. Senior, military, and government discounts are also available. Stay at the Round Top Mountain Motel and Cabins on your next visit to Thermopolis, Wyoming. Make your reservation by calling 307-421-7520 and tell them 11. Now.
All right, 3rd and 5 for Laramie from the South 10. Upton and Nunn are your backs. Upton the quarterback. Low snap. Give to Nunn. He's got a hole right side. Inside the 5. It'll be 1st and goal from Laramie, and it looks like he's down to about the 2-yard line.
That run is good for an out.
Tyler Wilkin with the tackle there.
Clock will run, and why are the trainers coming out onto the field? The clock is running. Laramie's trainers just ran out onto the field. Now they're slowly walking off. So we'll just keep playing. First and goal at the 2 for Laramie. About ready to make this a super tall hill for South to climb.
I want to thank all of our viewers that are chatting with us, especially, I tell you what, I got to give Shea Foster. I mean, granted, he's watching for Laramie. That's a great defensive play by South.
Yeah, it is. Stuffed right up the middle.
Shea Foster, thank you so much for your expert commentary during this game for Laramie and South. You know, he's here to watch his alma mater, Laramie High School. It is homecoming week, so I guess technically Shea is watching homecoming. I mean, he didn't get the free hot dog or brat or hamburger.
Tim Gonzalez with some expert commentary.
Exactly.
Yeah, a little hard count would work.
It would work there.
And Laramie's going to call timeout.
It's their first. We're going to take one with them here on the Bison. 11-12, BISN.
Popcorn break.
Bison Network.
Oh, no.
It's much more affordable than you realize to protect your family with the Robert you and your loved ones and help ensure the future. As a trusted advisor, Robert Martinez will guide you through the wide range of life insurance plans and their fantastic benefits to find and afford.
And we're back. Playing some Sweet Caroline.
Reaching out, touching you, touching you.
Here we go. Sweet Caroline. Bum, bum, bum.
I love that.
Love that song.
So we're back at Laramie. Upton's going to throw for it.
And he's got it.
He's got the touchdown. I believe Brady Epler, or no, is that number 3? Yes, number 3. Give the credit. Give the young man. Woodrow Gamboa. 6-foot senior with the touchdown catch.
Isn't that the UW score song thing?
I don't know, but that sounds like Notre Dame.
That's Notre Dame, yeah. And the extra point's good. And that makes it 28-7, our Bison in big hole in the fourth quarter, Steve. We give a special thanks to all of our businesses that help 11-12 BISN, especially this year. On the right-hand side of your screen, we could not thank these businesses more than enough, as because of them we're able to continue our broadcasting for our 7th year of South High Bison coverage, our 8th year overall, because we also run the website South High Bison Athletics.com.
We got to do something big for our 200th.
We need
That'll probably be just right about the start of conference basketball.
That should be. You're right. That's totally right. We need to come up some ideas for our 200th.
We'll have a big party. 200. Yeah.
Who would have thought 7 years ago when we did our first broadcast, stumbling over everything we said, that we would be about to hit our 200th broadcast of our career, Steve.
We sucked out loud. And probably still do. If you're a real professional sports broadcaster. Sorry if we
So the score is 28-7.
But
well, you know what? Some of those
we're having fun. It's a little boy's dream.
That's
what
right.
little boy doesn't want to be Keith Jackson?
And you know,
oh, Nelly!
We get to cover some of the best sports in the great state of Wyoming, Steve.
And it'll be Curry Wright. Fakes the give up the right side.
Boy, nobody fell for that fake.
And nobody falls for my Keith Jackson either.
Boy, big game for the Denver Broncos this weekend, Steve, against the New York Jets. 2-2. Big loss to the Chiefs. I'm dying over that still.
How cool is Sunday going to be, the natural doubleheader? The Broncos at 11, the Rockies at 2:30.
And I'll tell you what, I had Zuppa Toscano soup this week.
Oh, you should have saved it for Sunday when it's cold.
Melissa made it this week, and it was so good. Thank you. Thank you for making
Might
that.
have to bust out the first fall pot of chili this Sunday.
Yeah, I might have to make some homemade chicken noodle soup.
You might have to come over and eat chili.
We might have to eat some. We didn't have to stop and eat because I'm getting hungry now just talking about all this.
First down for South. They'll start from the 18. There's a nice little hole. Soto gets about 10 yards.
That'll be his longest run since the first quarter again. Boy, it looks like they're going to give him 10, Steve.
Where do they give him to? From the 18 to the.
Oh, no, they stay. Yeah.
Oh, that's got to be a first down.
That is a first down.
Actually, give him 11. Call it the 29.
So one thing I do want to point out is, yes, the popcorn here at Laramie is the best popcorn we've had in all the years we've been broadcasting.
Divine.
But the one thing I do love that South does, that no other school does for their football, at least that we broadcasted, boy, they give us some Silver Mine subs. That's right.
We get fed every Friday night. There's a home game. There's Soto. Busts one out to the right. Soto trying to come back. Hey.
Oh,
Alex trying to get cute. Just get to the sideline. You can get 2 or 3 extra.
Got a couple extra yards there. He got 3, though.
Tried to cut back. Give him an A for effort.
Ooh, I'm going to say
4 yards.
Yeah.
To the 33.
You can never go wrong with Silver Mine subs, right?
Silver Mine subs.
Boy,
we can't be giving them like free ad space, can we?
Something.
We get some nice subs, but you'll have to guess where they're from.
Guess where they're from.
That
Turkey Joe sub is.
That was kind of a cluster mess there.
Yep.
It looked like Trimble couldn't decide whether he wanted to hand off or keep it. I think he ended up keeping it, but
those read options that did not go as planned.
It didn't get read.
And you know what? I think it's because Laramie's defense played both really well.
They were right on it from the
He
get-go.
had nowhere to go. The option was taken, and so was the keep. So.
Yeah, credit this Laramie defense. You know, South had the one big long drive. Aside from that, Laramie's been pretty stout.
Some of the other sports going on for South this weekend. You have swimming here in Laramie for the quad. You also had cross country. Cross country was in Cheyenne for their first meet in Cheyenne this year.
Trimble to pass, straight back. He's under pressure, throws. And I don't know if they were trying to set up a screen or what they were doing, but he tried to throw something underneath, and it's going to be 4th down. What do you do now? Is it that time in the game where you almost have to, if you want to?
It's the 4th quarter.
And they're trotting on the punt team, so. Updating around the state, nothing's changed much. 35-6, Natrona over Kelly Walsh. 44-6, Thunder Basin over Rock Springs. 31-7, East over Central. Ooh, Sheridan, 41-0 over Gillette in the second. So Trimble will punt it away.
28-7 is your score here in the Gem City.
No, it's a fake. Trimble rolls, throws, overshoots Kari Wright, and Laramie's going to be set up in prime real estate of position with 8:45 to go in the game.
Trimble 2 for 10 on the night with 17 yards passing, 3 interceptions.
He's tall with everything.
He is
just tall,
just a little tall.
You know, but his first start of the season, you know, it's
plays post six baseball.
A heck of a pitcher. He's a monster on the mound. It's just tough. Comes into the first game, you know.
Look at this. This is a nice spread offense right here, Steve.
And Upton's going to go right up the middle.
Look what that spread does right there. Gives you 10 yards on the carry.
Tyler Wilkin with the tackle as I spill Gatorade all over. Send another shout out to Trey Trimble's family in, I think, Kingman, Arizona. We saw the folks out at the car at half when we were going to warm up. They said thanks for the shout out earlier in the game, so we'll shout you out again now there in Kingman, Arizona. The father-in-law. 2nd and 1. Upton.
Nice pressure.
Smacked when he throws it.
Boy, he got smacked good.
Who's 76?
76 just laid the wood.
Brandon Pruitt, where have you been all my life, boy? He's a senior,
he
5'10", 174, and he put a little smoke on that barbecue.
He said, guess what? I'm graduating this year too. Woo-wee. Now, you know, if that was the NFL, that would have been a penalty.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah, you know, Shea Foster's right. You have to set your feet. If you're going to fake a punt on what happened with Trimble, make sure your feet are set. That probably would have been a lot better of a throw. So, you know, first game jitters. Man.
Yeah, there's Austin White bust through.
White just
slams none to the ground.
I tell you what.
I tell you.
It's been fun watching Austin White play football.
Boy, that's a heck of a forward spot there.
Yeah,
probably about right. Fourth down for Laramie. Let's see now. This is where Laramie should probably work on a long field goal.
If you were the line judge, you would have marked it at the first down mark for forward progress. I got to give Steve crap. He's a great football official and basketball official as well.
Yeah, you know.
I'm
not as good as Alan Cummings.
I'm the best.
Upton rolls right. He has room to run, but he's going to throw for the end zone.
Oh, my
touchdown.
Goodness.
Brady Epler. What a pretty pass.
Kari Wright took his he's got to play the player. He got sucked into that. It looked like the ball probably looked like it was coming right at him. And before he realized it, it was over his head right into the receiver that he was covering. Blown coverage leads to that touchdown there.
That's great vision for a high school kid, Epler, to throw a ball like that.
South now trailing 34-7.
That's why you roll people out to their strong arm side.
And the extra point's blocked, but I think there was a whistle.
Now they're playing a whole different fight song. They're playing something totally different. I don't know how many. They must have a repertoire of fight songs.
They are in a
maybe the conductor's down there going, play three, play three.
They've all got wristbands on. The trombone player's looking at his wristband. I love marching band. You know, the one thing I love about the Cheyenne Frontier Day parades, the marching bands. I go out there just to watch the marching bands, and then
I wonder why the Laramie Plainsmen don't ever come over and march in. I don't think I've seen their marching band.
That's a good question.
It's just a short trip on a hot summer day. So they reset the extra point for some reason. I don't know why they blew it dead to start with, but Laramie will tack another one on. It is 35-7 Plainsmen. Let's take a timeout. Or Alan's just going to give us some nice sultry reads.
I'm going to give you some sultry reads by some of our sponsors. Richardson Construction is a general contractor with experience in commercial and residential properties, new construction, and renovations. Clients have included Searing Industries, Sierra Trading Post, Wyoming Machinery, the Church of Latter-day Saints, Wallach & Volk, Maury Brown, and Cheyenne Leeds. Richardson Construction is a proud sponsor of 1112 BISN and Bison Web and Media.
And located in Cheyenne and Pines Bluff, providing health care and want to help you love your life, give Physical Therapy and Balance Centers a call. Anytime in Cheyenne, 307-772-0955. If you're over in Pine, 307-245-3858.
That's teamwork.
It's my first read of the night.
Man, that was good. You're professional.
I need to pick up the slack, carry more weight around here.
South trailing 35-7 to the Laramie Plainsmen, and you know, 2 games left in the season, Steve. 2 games left against Campbell County next week and then Cheyenne Central to wrap it up, both at South.
And both on 11-12 BISN.
That's right.
How's that for you?
South still has a chance to make the playoffs.
So that'll be 191 and 192 for us.
That's right.
Into the end zone, it'll be a touchback, bring it out to the 20 for South. So the McDonald's will put us at about 195.
Yep. Well, no, because there's 6 in there that we're going to be broadcasting.
Where?
Got the girls and the boys.
Oh,
so
no.
that's going to put us at 198.
Ooh.
But then we've got the Bison Bonanza. That'll be 199. We might have to broadcast that first morning game just so we have our 200th broadcast on that Saturday.
And we might get our 200th broadcast in 2018.
Ooh,
we might not have to roll over to the new year to get it.
Oh, my goodness. Make sure you subscribe to us on 1112 BISN on YouTube. If you want to know what the subscribe button looks like, just go ahead and look at your screen right now. That's what it looks like, the little red box right there. Subscribe to us, and so you can hear us on our 200th broadcast come this winter.
Try the fullback. No gain. 2nd and 10 from the 20. About to go inside of 7 minutes left in this ball game. Everything else around the state's going just about like this one. All the top 5 teams are pretty much putting the pummel job on the bottom 5. It'll leave Central just with the 2 wins, so that'll be a huge game when South and Central play.
Huge.
If South beats them and they both end up with, well, South could get another win next week with Gillette.
Huge.
Against Soto. Nice hole there. He'll get about 5.
That was a huge gain by Soto.
Huge.
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 Huge. Man, we've gone through a lot in this 190th broadcast. We've gone through Coy, Steele,
Oh, you should
Sheridan.
Yeah. You'll have to put a montage together. Do you still have the video or the audio of the first win in South history?
You know,
When they blocked that punt and I went with tick-tock goes the clock.
I actually do, and it's on.
That's nice.
For those of you who are subscribing to the 1112 BISN, we actually ran these on my personal YouTube for the longest time, and that one's on there.
Nice run
That's
there.
a nice
First
run
down
by
for
Alex
South. I believe that's Dominguez, or is it Wyatt?
I will agree, this is tough offense to come back with 28 points down. This particular offense really wasn't meant to be a quick strike offense. So, yeah, you know, I do happen to give penalties when a kid's yank a bit on the face mask. I know it's
Kelly Hagberg, quit crying about Allen giving you penalties. We'll give you a penalty tomorrow, bud.
love Kelly Hagberg. Great coach, great teacher of the game to the youth of Cheyenne.
Fullback Soto, positive yards, about 3 up to the 38-ish. Boy, look at this linesman in field. Oh, there's a flag on the play. That's why they're who's calling it on
defense. It's going to be like their 35th penalty of the game, Steve.
Who's Packer Hamp?
I think
Packer Hamp.
I think Packers actually probably in the stadium or watching, but listening to KOWB, David Settle, and watching us at the same time because there were tips given on how to sync our feed up with David. And I love David Settle. David Settle's a great play-by-play, but I'm cuter.
We could learn a thing or two from him. Counter. Dominguez
Gets
first
the outside.
down and into Laramie territory.
That's what we need to do. That was a great,
Nice
that
counter.
was a well-ran count. That was tank 38, almost.
Take 45.
No, because we went to the top side.
Well, yeah, but he faked the pitch and went underneath.
Okay. Yeah, he did, huh? Yeah. Let's talk about South again, and I know we preach and harp on this every week that we broadcast for football. You know, the one thing that people don't realize is South is still a young team. We're in our 8th year of football, 7th year of varsity, but unfortunately, most of these kids that are playing varsity year after year, that year that they're playing varsity is their first year playing varsity. So we've got a lot of inexperienced kids trying to catch up to the speed of the game of varsity football. And then those kids graduate, and then we have a whole new group of kids that play the next year, first year. We don't have the numbers that most programs have in the 4A. And when it comes to turnout for football, we don't have a high turnout, unfortunately. Most of our other sports, we still get great turnouts. But in football, we just don't have that high of a turnout. So a lot of our freshman JV games, they don't play a lot of the varsity. And when they get called up as sophomores, they're playing varsity for the first time. And so we're still learning to play the game at that point.
So there's 15 yards was the gain on that last play, as Allen so eloquently.
But you know what? A lot of these kids, you know, Dave, he does get excited over every play. I will give you that.
Who does?
David Settle. He does. He does. And I do love that about Dave. You know, we've actually broadcast with them for the last 7 years now when last South and Laramie play. And I love listening to those guys because they do. And, yes, Johnson does feed South. Shea Foster, I don't want to go into what happens with that.
Second down and 10 here. Give DeSoto up the middle.
We do feed South. And as a matter of fact, our sophomore class and our freshman class, unfortunately, we don't have a lot of those kids that played at Johnson coming to South. Some of them go to other schools. So we still have very small numbers.
So a big third down here for South. It'll be 3rd and 10. They're at the Laramie 30, about the 30 and a half. Let's see here. Give Trimble a chance to unleash one here, maybe. What do you have to lose, Trey? Throw the ball. Nope, fullback. Soto to the right, and he'll get about half of it. Up to about the 25. They'll stop the clock. Not much left here, 3 minutes and a second. So South will have 4th and 5 at the Laramie 25. Be nice to tack on some points here.
Well, I really would. That would be a great way to start going into next week.
Some popcorn.
Isn't it amazing? How much time's left in the game, Steve?
3 minutes.
3 minutes left. This game being brought to you by Physical Therapy and Balance Centers, Richardson Construction Incorporated,
Counter.
S&J Signs.
I ain't going to get it done.
No,
he broke a tackle.
does.
I spoke too soon.
I don't think they're going to mark it. I don't think he's going to
Wyatt
get
Garcia's not going to get it, so
Gonna
it'll be a
get 1 yard
turnover on
short.
downs. So join us next Friday night as we play host to the Campbell County Camels. 6 p.m. kickoff at South High. South with a great opportunity to get their second win of the season. If they can do that, I'm not sure what's left for Central down the stretch, but I believe
let's throw up theories. If Central loses next week and South wins next week against Campbell County,
they'll both be 2 and 6 headed into that last game,
and that last game, the winner will
be
advance.
for the last playoff spot.
Yep, which is exactly, you want to have it in your hands. You don't want to leave it into other teams' hands. So
Laramie looks like they have some second-string players in the game now, and they'll just run it up the middle.
Now, unfortunately, that happened last year as well, and Central took it to us in that last game of the year last year. So.
Isaac Sell.
Special thanks to all of our advertisers, Pena Business Services, S&J Signs a sponsor, Physical Therapy and Balance Centers a sponsor, Robert Martinez Agency. Make sure you visit him, especially for auto insurance. Great guy, knows his stuff. Richardson Construction a sponsor, Round Top Mountain Motel and Cabins.
Another straight-ahead give. Isaac Sell, I think, is the guy that's in the game for Laramie. Number 1, getting some carries.
Bison Web and Media, the parent company of 1112 BISN. Make sure you visit southhighbisonathletics.com for all of your Bison information, schedules. As soon as we find out any schedule changes, we try to update the website.
3rd and 6 for the Plainsmen. This one is all but in the books. Laramie leads 35-7.
We will not have a post-game show. I want to thank all of the chatters.
Yeah. Love the chatters. Isaac Sell has the first down up to the 35.
Who's the new QB? Is that
number 16, I believe. And I don't have a 16.
We don't have it. It's Dodd. They're putting it on the chat that it's Dodd.
Garrett Dodd.
So we don't have it on the roster that we were given to us.
It looks like, yeah. Isn't he 16? Oh no, it's 10. My mistake.
And that's another thing that was brought up by one of the coaches who just messaged me is, we don't get a lot of freshman games. Our freshmen don't get a lot of freshman games. They do end up playing some JV games, freshman and sophomore. But then we had 20 freshmen show up for our open gym. And like Coach said, you should have been playing football and none of those games would be canceled.
58.4 seconds to go, so Laramie will have to just snap it a couple of more times. And we'll be on the road back to the wonderful city of Cheyenne. Enjoyed our time in the Gem City. South kept it close for a while.
Give credits out, even though we didn't have a real deal with Phil Vigil at this time. Youth football tomorrow. The Junior Bison play at 11, and the Firebirds play at 12:30. Both games will be at McCormick Junior High School. So once again, want to give a shout out to our credits. Steve McDonald, as always, our play-by-play color commentary brought to you by me, Alan Cummings, and then of course the real deal, Phil Vigil, who had made one chat all night long.
So that's going to do it from Laramie. The final score, it's number 5, Laramie 35, South 7. Tune in next week. Kickoff is at 6 p.m. on Friday night as South looks to go for their second win of the season as they host the Campbell County Camels. And we are going to sign off for Alan Cummings. This is Steve McDonald. Hey, it's been fun tonight, guys, with all the chat and everything. We appreciate you listening. We're glad we were able to bring this back to you people. And thanks for listening to 1112 BISN.
Hey, Shay Foster, thank you so much for just want to give him a shout out. This is probably one of the best chat features we've had in the 7 chat sessions we had in the 7 years we've been doing this. So, Shay, Packer, Harrop, thank you all so much, and we will see you next week on the Bison.
1112 BISN,
your Bison Network.